Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are refueled. We are fed. We hope you are too. And we're ready to rock and slash or roll with the two remaining matches of the SideQuest Invitational. We have the bronze place match between the Thousand Guardians and Farron's Wolfblood Legion. Khemri versus Vampires, and final Oversnot Rejects versus All Hail Mary, which is a Goblin v Elf final, which I'm sure we're all excited to see.
Yes, we are, and we all know who's going to have the full support of the audience in that fight. Here's a hint: Goblins for the win.
I feel like everybody is on that. So with me is Jay Bazza.
Hello.
Aramis.
Yo.
And Rocket.
Hello.
And yes, all the same people from before, all the coaches for these four teams, so this should be exciting stuff. So we'll do. We've seen all these teams already, but for any new people, we will quickly run over just who they are. But then we'll crack on and get into the match because we don't want to be here too long. So first up, we're gonna have. I can get it. There we go. We'll look at the vampires first. What has changed? Wow, there are suddenly...
We got two cheerleaders.
a worthwhile investment, I feel. Yes, first team is the vampires. Pretty standard build. Traded one vampire in for another. In the last game, the trusty Patches was injured. He is now back, and instead the Demon Prince got injured instead. So still with two vampires. Sods well there. And you had a Thrall die, and have you not replaced him, I'm guessing? Couldn't afford to.
Didn't have enough money.
So, an extra player down this time, but everything else remains the same. So, two vampires, the remainder Thralls. Did anybody leveled up from the first game? Nope, not at all. So,
Actually, no, that's not true. Ben Hart leveled up and got a double 1, so I gave him guard.
oh, would have been useful last game. It's a shame you got it now. Although, against the Khemri, every bit of guard is helpful. Okay, and then let's look at the Thousand Guardians, the Khemri team, coached by Jabaza. A fair few level ups, actually, from the looks of it. It's looking like a very full roster, a very scary roster.
Well, from the last game, there's only been one level up. Well, 3 technically, if you include the 2 that happened before the overtime.
Yeah, so a few.
Yeah, I believe it was Fosiscar II, the Tomb Guardian player number 3, leveled up. So he's been granted the Mighty Blow skill. Who else? I believe it was Aura Magma, skeleton number 8, who leveled up as well, and he's been granted Sure Hands, just to get a bit of extra guarantee on
those
picking up the ball.
4 plus pickups from your 2 agility skeleton there.
I believe someone else leveled up as well, but I can't quite work out who it was at the moment. And there's been a new addition since the last game. We have an additional thrower named Tolbeck.
As if you're going to go...
making his debut in the final game of the season.
His career will be...
short and sweet.
I hope he dies immediately.
Turn 1,
amazing.
stone,
I have to
dead.
say though, that is a scary amount of Mighty Blow there.
4 Mighty Blow, 3 block.
Yeah, but importantly, there's 2
4
Mighty Blows on the 2.
You literally only have 3 players that aren't level 2.
Yes.
Or higher.
The Khemri has done very well.
Very lucky with the level ups. Especially because Fosis Takar, the second, as you can probably work out, is the second version of Fosis Takar. So getting him to level up was an achievement in itself.
Which one did I kill?
Araman.
Okay.
You brutally murdered Araman. Hence why Araman Reborn, Nagash does not allow his servants to lie dead.
You murdered him in cold blood, or lack thereof in the case of cold nothingness, I suppose. So, no changes then, besides the extra player and a few level ups. So, let's get cracking, shall we?
Yep, I'm ready to start the match whenever Rocket is.
Okay.
Okay,
Get
I
this
have
loaded
some
up.
money.
So Aramis will be co-commentating with me for the most part.
I will be, yeah. I'll be providing that amazing technical having to game.
Yes, your technical knowledge
Think
goes
of me as the
unmatched.
Michael Owen of Blood Bowl.
And with that,
You're
I will
short
say
and
good luck, have
scouse?
fun.
I was going to say brilliant for a moment and then
Yeah,
that-
with that,
is
I will
that
say
a
good luck,
quote?
have fun, and I will take my leave for the game.
Okay. Good luck. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, was that a quote from your girlfriend?
Yeah. Ooh.
Now, I've borrowed one of Shane's players for this game.
Wait, what? Have you guys started?
We're loading in.
Cool, because I can't find you yet. The joys of Cablevision. There we go. I'm in. I'm getting in.
I was just realising, yeah, I should probably watch it on the Cabal Vision rather than the stream because of the delay.
Yeah. Yeah, you really probably should, mate. Top quality casting there, doing everything after it happens.
Interestingly enough, I did a StarCraft 2 series casting. I hosted my own StarCraft 2 tournament and then casted it, which was interesting to do.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
How did
terrible.
that go?
Terribly. I even gave out a prize. I gave out like a £10 Steam card.
Oh, really?
It was brilliant. Yeah, it was
That's
actually.
awesome.
I mean, the tournament itself went really well. It was like a bronze to gold league tournament.
And it went all downhill from there, was it?
Yeah, I didn't do it again. Bearing in mind, like, I was like bronze league in the StarCraft 2 myself. It's like, a bronze league and silver league. This is really good.
So, what's your predictions then, Aramis?
I'm thinking.
Wait, am I receiving?
I'm
Are
not
you
sure,
setting
actually.
up
I'm in
first?
defense. That means I'm receiving, right?
That means you're
No,
kicking.
you're kicking.
Okay, phew. I was about to hit confirm and I didn't want to mess it up again.
I think in terms of predictions, I think we're going to have a similar game to Mine and Rockets where the skill difference is just going to be a little bit too much, I think.
What, on the camera
I mean,
side?
that wasn't
On the
what
camera.
decided that game.
I mean, it helped, but it certainly...
I think it helped. But
Certainly
I
wasn't
think,
the
you know,
deciding.
if you've got to think about it, you've got 4 Mighty Blow on that team, 2 of which are on
Oh,
Team
yeah,
Guardians, which
like,
is stronger than the...
They're more experienced than your team was, I'd say. Like,
They are
overall,
much
anyway.
more.
And they're much
more.
bashier as well, so you got
Much
outbashed by
bashier.
elves.
You're going to be outbashed by Kemery. I think it's just you know, as I was saying, the Mighty Blow on the 2 Tomb Guardians are scary because you have then only got to roll a 6. Sorry, no, you've only got to roll a 7. And considering Tomb Guardians are going to be getting 2 dice block almost every hit, it's...
Guys, I'm filming with optimism here. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just pretty much just... This is
We're
why
gonna
we
be
bring
seeing
you
a lot
on.
of slow motion this game.
I have hope. I have hope for the vampires.
I have
but
hope as well. I have
do-
more of a chance than I did against the elves because I have my good vampire back.
definitely. That guard is... I mean, you've got 2... Ooh. You've got 2 guard in comparison to no guard, and guard is, I think, probably my favourite skill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
it's
good.
one of the
Problem
strongest.
is,
Just in
at a
terms of
certain
utility.
point, guard isn't great whenever they can just beat the shit out of whoever has guard.
I think what's important though is importantly it's your vampire who's got guard, and because he is that strength 4, as he is just much better in helping out the thralls to actually do something.
Yeah.
Especially the 2 block thralls.
I think a very easy trap people fall into with guard is you can in a way you can't spam it too much, but it is taking up other skills, and guard is no
And it depends on the team.
use to the player that it's on. You know, the vampire gains nothing from guard. He helps out everybody else, so that's why the vampires are very good to have guard on, because he helps out all the thralls.
I think what we'll find as well is if you're single diver. Or was that a double?
No, it was a double.
No, it was a double. I just did.
It rolls a bit quick.
Yeah. But because the vampire is strength 4 and he's got guard, he is so much harder to remove from the tackle zone.
Mm-hmm.
Unless of course Jamie gets the Tomb Guardian in. But at movement 4 compared to 6, the positioning of the Tomb Guardian is going to be a little bit harder in comparison to the vampires. Oh dear.
There you go, sure hands.
I mean, that was quite ballsy of him to put sure hands. You know, he's got one back there, which is still agility 2. He's got a skeleton, which is also agility 2, sure hands. I probably wouldn't have put sure hands on the skeleton. I think he could have done with.
There's a lot more you could have done with him. He only has general.
I'm just trying to work out what he gets.
He only gets general. So my immediate thought, especially with skeletons, because they're not that expensive, I don't think. Sneaky Git is pretty good because it makes quite a good fouling piece, and because you've got a sub, and Khemri are relatively resilient. I mean, yeah, the skeletons are armor 7.
Well, he's already got block.
But you've got thick skull.
I think what I would have done actually is probably give him kick.
Yeah, kick is surprisingly is very important and is used highly at a high level, but sort of a lot of the not lower levels, but a lot of people don't quite realise how important it can be and how much because being able to control kind of where the ball goes on the kick
would have been
really
good, because if he'd have had kick, one of his vampires basically would have been sort of out of play for the first couple of turns, because if he'd have been able to kick deeper, and one of his vampires, probably his agility vampire, would have gone back, and that takes out a huge playing piece for the vampires.
Is leader general
advantage?
As well, I think it is, or is it passing? It might be passing.
I mean,
I think
if you're going to go for leader on a skeleton, I think maybe not. Probably
on a block skeleton, though.
I might give him Fend as well. Or Dirty, but I think Dirty Player or Fend would.
Yeah,
I think if you're considering leader, I would probably Pro as well.
I don't think Pro is particularly useful on a skeleton, really.
The reason why I probably would Pro, remember what it does.
Pro, it allows you to do a reroll for that player for a particular thing. So it's just like a free reroll, but only for that player. I think
maybe
you have to pass.
Maybe even tackle and use him as a sort of holding pick against the dodge player.
Yeah, now tackle would probably be a normal shout, but Jay Bazo knew that he was going up against vampires and knew that he didn't have any dodge, so it would have been a wasted skill in this particular.
I mean, I do have dodge on one of my vampires.
Oh, that is true.
I mean, the reason I would have done it, because you have to break it. I don't know. I think maybe you could have just used it just to tie up that piece. Because he's a skeleton at the end of the day. He's pretty much, he's not worthless, but he's cheap.
Having block as well does make him
it's so
hard
far
to move as well, hard to get rid of.
So far the armor rolls are holding up.
Oh no.
But there is a massive gap down the middle of the field with
gap.
a lot of people on the floor.
That's a strong cage.
I mean, they're not the easiest cages to break, the Khemri cages, especially when they're 4 Tomb Guardians involved.
Fuck.
Yeah, Steph isn't a fan of the elves either.
Nobody is. Just gonna put it out there. I mean, they're fine in like a normal league when there's like a lot of other good teams. But I think in this league, a lot of people had bitterness because
I think
the problem is the next best team is Khemri, and the fact that they've got agility 2 across the board.
The reason why I chose elves is because I just don't play. I always play bashy teams.
Yeah, you're not exactly experienced.
So I went for the inexperience of elf.
It's fine. I
don't know how to screen. I mean, Jamie could have said no.
Holy crap! Jamie just made 3 1-die blocks, and all of them were positive. There we go.
There were also 1-die blocks with. He made that one against somebody with block, which is super risky.
Yeah. Oh god.
But he's in a pretty safe spot, so I think having that, if he'd had a turnover, then it wouldn't have really caused him any grief.
I think if he had a turnover on the left, it really would have cost him. But he got lucky and got my guard guy and my block guy.
I mean, he already had the ball caged up. I mean, he's pretty safe. Breaking that cage is going to be very tough, even with guard pieces, you're going to struggle. It's going to be interesting.
I think this is what the thing with Khemri is, though, is you do have to go for that 2-1 grind.
You do, and you
have to get you either stall and stall and stall, in which case, but that gives so much time for the vampires to get in, or you have to score, and then that kind of forces you to score quickly. And because he received, that gives the vampires a chance maybe to get to respond in the first half, and then you got that entire second score. That's a good block there.
I mean, the disadvantage of Khemri is their low movement as well, especially if you're using a Tomb Guardian cage. They're kind of they're worse than dwarves, I think.
They are
in that respect.
Dwarves are movement
5.
I think linemen are movement 4. Movement 4 still. Yeah.
Even so,
I could get my books, but my books are on the shelf behind me.
It's okay. I'll take your word for it. You've played dwarves enough to know.
I love playing dwarves. I like playing dwarves. Playing dwarves on the ladder, you become everybody's most hated individual, and that's a good block there.
That's very fortunate. I mean, Miss Next Game's not going to do anything. The regen. I mean,
but that's still a player down for the drive.
Yes, and that's I think how you're going to have to work this.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
There goes a 1.
Yeah.
That's quite unfortunate. Well, there's a little bit of screening going on, a little bit of stalling potentially here, but those Tomb Guardians are probably going to make short work of those thralls. I'll be keeping the view one way, otherwise it will get very confusing.
I'm doing it this way because then I can actually see what the Tomb Guardians are going into.
Yeah. There's the one slight flaw with these tool players. Seeing beyond them.
You can't see them, especially as I press control twice to see the skills as well.
Yeah, there's a fair few of them on the pitch now.
That should really be the default though, putting the skills straight away.
Certainly if you're playing.
That's always the first thing I do when I load into video.
double click control. It's like in the original the Chaos Edition, where you press N to see the grid, or sorry, G to see the grid, and then N to see the names.
Yeah.
And when you turn the grid on, I think that's one thing which is quite I quite liked about the first game, was that you could see the tackle zones.
Yeah, you can see them all the time, whereas now you
in this one you can't unless you're actually making.
You can if you click on.
If you click on the players, yeah.
If you click on a player, you see all the tackle zones for the other team.
Yeah.
Or
which is good, which I like.
Yeah.
I think what I like as well is that they colour coded it as well. How many it is.
Yes, that is certainly helpful.
I'd love a digital board that you can buy a digital board that somehow shows everything what there is. A reason that
what for the tabletop?
For the tabletop, yeah. It reads like a chip.
I feel like you could. There must be we must have the technology.
Probably.
We have the technology.
It tells.
We have the technology.
You just have tiny little pressure pads, and it's like if there's a piece on here, then there's tackle zones around it.
Or something like that. Just like a chip or something in the.
Oh yeah, because that would be definitely easier than a pressure pad, putting a chip in every model.
It'd have to be like a tiny little chip that just says this is this player.
Mm.
I mean, it would drive the cost up of the models even more.
Oh, you're saying the GW should just put it into the models just flat out? I was thinking more of like a home built thing for.
Oh, true.
You've gone way beyond me there.
Tomb Guardians aren't quite getting the blocks that they need there.
Hopefully it stays that way.
I don't think the cage is unbreakable. I think,
No, I see a very big weakness in the cage in the form of the top left corner.
I mean, now this is the problem with the Tomb Guardians, is that to the back of the queue, essentially.
Yeah, you either have to move slow, or they just slowly make their way. Especially if you put somebody on them, force them to block.
Oh, I love the animation.
Please fail it, come on.
I would not have re-rolled that. Hey ho.
Oh.
Fair play.
That was a brave.
I think that was a mistake, because now the vampire with guard is now free.
I think so too.
I think that was a mistake.
Oh.
I mean,
I get why he's doing it because
I get why
he
he's doing
knows
it,
I'm gonna get the ball off his guy this turn most likely, so he wants an extra body nearby.
I like the confidence.
No, I'm being realistic. Okay.
It's easy to forget that the vampires are in agility from base. I always forget. Because their models look very much like the whites for the necro teams.
Okay.
I always think that they're whites, which have only got what strength? I think natural. They're not agility 4, if I recall.
No, the whites are strength 3. I think agility 3.
I thought that was strength 4.
No, not
Shows
the
how
whites.
much I know.
No, the undead team have 2 mummies.
That, yeah, which
And the necromantic team have 2 flesh golems, which are strength 4.
I love the flesh golems.
Yeah,
I think
I
flesh
really like
columns
the
are very
undead team.
good
They're
units.
one of my favourite big guys. I think it's
Really?
aside from 2 guardians, they're probably one of my favourites. Just because I think they're brilliant roadblocks.
They are.
Everyone-
The stand
everyone
firm is
Everyone
tasty.
underestimates them. I think you look at a flesh golem, it doesn't look as daunting as an ogre or anything like that.
Mm.
And I think if you chuck guard onto a flesh golem, they are almost impossible to move.
I mean, the necromantic team are very strong because, like you say, the flesh golems are great roadblocks, and then with those werewolves as well, they are so
I have to
quick.
say, fuck the necromantic team.
I swear, every time I've tried to make a necromantic team, my werewolf has died in the first game. It's happened like 4 times. Like, I just can't play a necromantic for some reason.
Yeah, the flesh golems are 4/4/2. Not gonna die very often with regen, stand firm, and thick skull. I've got my teams of legend PDF up now.
I like the mummies though of the undead team personally. Undead is probably one of my favourites. They're quite a good basic bashy team. They're very reliable. So they're pretty similar to the necromantic, except I think you get 4 ghouls.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a great
that was good.
result.
It was
that was
definitely
very
worth
good.
spending the reroll on that,
was,
hypnotic
yeah,
gaze.
that was, yeah.
And that's a perfect example of when a hypnotic gaze
And
should
now
be used and how it can be so strong, but it has to be situational.
Yeah. I mean, look, yeah, the Tomb Guardian's going to get the ball off now, but
You forced the roll as well.
you've got those 2. One, there is no player near enough to get that now, unless that agility 2 guy makes a.
A brave
But-
dodge again.
I think, but this is where I like guard. You've got the guard player on the left, on the I'm looking at from the
From
the
the-
rocket side.
Mhm.
So you've got the guard player on the left, who basically means that nobody is getting any punches that side, and the white. Oh,
Ooh.
look, Yul.
This is the 3rd time Yoel's been injured this league.
Now where this goes is going
Is
to
he
be...
gonna do it?
Surely
No.
won't re-roll that now. I didn't think so.
Is he
Then,
gonna?
you-
He's gonna transform a new cage around it.
You've now got the white there with the guard, who's now basically hogging two quite leveled up skeletons.
The
So they're not
vampire.
going to do much punching. Yeah, the vampire. Sorry.
It's alright. Thought the undead team had walked on for a second.
It's because I've confused myself by saying whites now.
Racist.
Don't get
Dodge
your
paying off.
don't get your vampires confused with your things.
Me things.
with your things. I don't even remember them vampires. I'm just trying to see how Jamie's going to get. I mean, it's not going to be this turn,
No, I think he's going to struggle.
unless that skeleton is an elf.
I mean, he has got sure
Yeah,
hands.
if he makes his blitz rad dodge, he can get it, but that's an AG2.
And
But I mean, if I can get outbashed by elves, I can get out elves
Bash-
by Camry.
I mean, you're certainly in a
these
strong
are elf
position. now.
Khemris. These Khemris are elves in disguise.
It is a 50-50, like that isn't that bad.
Considering he started off with possession, the fact that you've got it loose is a very hard thing to do to begin with. So
Yeah, but he's now got to get the ball back, and his agility thrower is now
I think he might go for it. I think he's gonna go for the 50-50.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to
And
see
he did it without a reroll, of course.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Khemri Elves again.
He's Khemri
did
Elves.
it. He did it in the game against me, and he's doing it on.
And he's got quite a movement left now. He's got quite a bit of distance.
He's just gonna move up, and then I won't be able to get through his Tomb Guardians.
Definitely not far enough away. Okay. Not far enough away from the white though.
And
He's gone backwards. But I mean, that's the thing. You either had to hope that there was not going to be a block against him, or he's had to go backwards. And he's not a fast team.
See, I would have gone for the run because you're relying on a single blitz getting you down, and he's got block with that player. So there's a fair old chance that he will stay standing.
Yep.
So.
And there's no.
But at the same time, a quick touchdown is not necessarily in his favour either.
No, I think for Khemri, definitely a turn better. Ooh,
there
yes.
we go.
That's better.
And this is what the vampires need. A few
-1 agility.
ripperoo and no regen. And that is I think is the new throw is it?
Also, I don't think
No,
you guys
skeleton.
noticed. Have you looked at my substitute box?
Yeah, I noticed that you brought a star player, but didn't put him on.
Yeah.
That may or may not be a chainsaw.
It's a strength 3 chainsaw as well with stand firm, which is pretty nasty.
I love that.
Although stand firm's a bit of an interesting one on a chainsaw, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very risk reward.
Yeah, I think if you don't ever want to be blocked as a chainsaw, really.
No,
No.
not really, no. I mean, I don't see stand firm has any negatives.
That's not why I got him. I got him for
it keeps you
being
in
a
place.
fucking chainsaw.
Did you buy any bribes to go with that player?
Oh, I did not have enough money. That's why he's not on first drive.
Fair.
Yeah, that's good. I think on defense, I think they're on attack in this case.
Oh, that's fortunate.
And that's why we overlap block.
That's why people just spam block all over the place.
Yep.
Well, I think there's a
Now-
lot of underused skills in the game. There's a lot of skills that have a lot of
I think
potential.
this also again illustrates how good guard is. Sorry, the fucking vampire.
What, the white?
Unless a tomb. I mean, I guess. Yeah, unless a tomb guardian goes forwards, but it's just you've got another guard player below. I'm loving the use of hypnotic gaze as well.
Yes, it's something I often
Granted,
forget.
that
as a
one
vampire.
didn't do anything, but yeah. That first use of it is what allowed me to break the cage, though.
I mean, I see a lot of people just forgetting that hypnotic gaze exists.
Yeah,
it's
especially when
so
it's a free
good
thing.
against, especially big guys. Like if you need to get away from a Croxigore and get your Thralls out, it's amazing. What I'm worried about at the moment is the fact he has 3 Tomb Guard. He has 2 Tomb Guardians that are completely unmarked now. He just used one of them though,
But
surprisingly.
the thing is that tomb guardian at the back of his.
Why did he
half is
block
just-
with that
isn't
instead of
doing
the
anything.
Blitzra?
I think
Does
he
he-
wants the Blitzer to.
Blitz my vamp?
The blitzer is a safer blitzer, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends of who he's thinking of blitzing as well, because
I mean,
Tomb Guardians do suffer with 4 movement.
I'd assume he's gonna try and blitz patches because his Tomb Guardian can handle Artorias.
No, because there's too many. Currently, there's too many attacking stones. That's still only a 1 dice blocker.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 2 now, isn't it? He's 5 and he's in 1 tackle zone.
No, there's the
It's a single throw.
underneath it. The single throw.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Going for the 1 die. That was ballsy.
Sometimes you have
Now
to.
he's free to move though.
Yep. That's good. That worked.
Yeah, and he needs to do something. He's only got 4 turns left, and Khemri aren't quick. He's not even crossed his own halfway line now.
I mean, you said they aren't quick. Outside of Tomb Guardians, they have the same movement allowance as me.
That's
Yeah,
true.
6 isn't quick.
But
6 is standard.
it's also though you say without the Tomb Guardians, but if you don't use the Tomb Guardians, you haven't really got a cage, unless you get your blitzers and skeletons out. So you're limited by the movement of the posts of your cage, so to speak. Unless he just goes for it, which is a potential option, but
awesome.
Risky. Yeah.
Just try not to sound too biased to Rocket here, as we. Much as we all want to see Kemri lose. Although maybe I probably shouldn't be.
Wait, what? Is he that nuts? Is he going for it? No.
I can respect that a lot.
I mean, in fairness, you are going to have to make some blocks and some dodges potentially to get to him. Which is the thing, is this the whole game of Blood Bowl is forcing your opponent to roll dice. Yeah. It's also risk management of yourself, but it's the forcing of risks from your opponent. Like
Absolutely.
Now you have to make blocks somewhere, and like if it's a 1 die or something, it's a big risk.
That was a good 1 die though.
I'm very fortunate.
I mean, making a 1 die with somebody who has block is better than making one with somebody who doesn't have block.
Of course.
Because instead of a 2 and 6, instead of a 1 in 3 of you
failing,
it's a 1 in 6 instead.
Mhm.
There's a lot of armor breaks.
Yeah.
A lot of stuns, unfortunately. Nothing
Yeah,
more
the
than
stuns are good. Stuns are good. Stuns, I
that.
feel
Stuns are helpful.
Stuns are good. A player out of the thing for a turn can still change, especially when you've got multiple stuns.
Mhm.
The only problem with stuns, of course, is if you stun them into the zone, they basically block your path.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. I've seen that happen a few times where people have blocked themselves in.
Yep. Ooh.
It's a nice tasty block on the Tomb Guardian there.
We do like
injury
a block
would be nice.
I don't think
no.
Jamie would be very impressed with that.
Yeah,
I think annoyingly, actually, no, ignore me. I thought the Tomb Guardian. I thought the Tomb Guardian was where the vampire was. So, he can't really dodge through
that. This is going to show the strength of guard now. That now you can get a 2-die block on these Tomb Guardians just thanks to that 1 guard piece.
Mm-hmm.
Which is freed up that thrall.
I am such a fan of guard. I really.
It is an extremely strong ability, and I don't think anybody who knows the game would argue that it's probably one of the strongest abilities in the game. Maybe bar, block, and dodge. It's probably the most taken skill if you can take it.
Yeah, if you've got a bashy team, then guard is mandatory.
Yeah, and that's one of the big problems with a lot of the agility teams and why they're really hard, especially in like Eternal Leagues, to keep up, because they don't have access to guard. They're already not very bashy, so they already get out bashed, and then they can't even upgrade themselves to be bashy or to at least stand
fuck
up.
Off.
Ooh, risk with a ball carrier. Oh, made it though.
Just about.
Just debut.
Just about.
This is a rather big setback for the Khemri. They've not got very many players standing, and it's their drive.
And I have the secret trump card of Helmet the Chainsaw Goblin. I wonder if he's noticed. He's probably noticed, right?
If you're looking in the
inducement?
box, if you're looking in the subs box, you've got 1 KO and one injury. Despite the fact that there's 4 Mighty Blow on the field, which is very good
Compared to
this
your game.
This is actually something that Jamie Strong Blow did absolute jack.
Yeah, it's Mighty Blow.
I will
is
be
a
right
very
back.
good skill.
Hopefully he doesn't get a turnover.
Yeah, Mighty Blow is a skill that I nearly always take on blitzers and big guys if you can.
It's usually my second. Usually I will try and get you.
No, you see, I do the other way. It depends what it is. If you have access to block or something, then yes, I'll take block. But
doubles.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
The reason though that I'll take Mighty Blow first is it speeds up the development of those players.
Yeah,
so you can then get your second ability quicker, especially if it's a big guy that isn't going to score. Like even something like a Blackhawk, they're not really going to score, so you're relying on the injuries. So getting them
for
quicker.
me is Mighty Blow for me on Blackhawks is the third thing.
What do you get
'Cause I
first and
will-
second?
I go block, guard, mighty blow in that order.
Oh yeah, well they have access to
They have
general.
strength access.
I'm back. Did anything happen?
Yeah, nothing really, other than
You will
losing the
carry
ball.
got knocked over, but
He's okay.
he's
Having a
okay, people.
He's just having a rest in the grass.
Nice, comfy grass.
In the grass.
The grass.
In the grass.
Oh.
What?
Oh!
Now this happened, I think, in the game against me with him. His Tomb Guardian managed to get it, and it's quite a scary prospect. But they don't have break tackle. If they had break tackle whilst they have low movement,
I'd be terrified.
that would be terrifying. But
Fucking love break tackle.
this is actually good in a sense because it's very easy to just hold him up. So he's got to pass it really off in order to score.
Emirates agility one as well.
Yeah, well, if he does a pass, that will fail. But if he does a handoff, it's
Hopefully-
only done on the catcher's agility.
I mean, assuming that he doesn't manage to pass it, his Tomb Guardian can only go to row 12. And then
I mean, you say that's
3,
bad for
4.
him. I literally can't get anything fucking in here to.
I mean, his Tomb Guardian can score, but his Tomb Guardian's got to move pretty much.
His Tomb
3 or
Guardian would have to
4
make
every
would have to
turn.
make a minimum of 3 go for it.
Fuck! I need to knock this guy down. Literally, that's the worst outcome. Now I can't knock him down. Fuck.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And there's
There's
always
a
a
way.
way. There's always a way.
You can see a way.
Except that was
Except
the
that-
one roll
that's
you
not
didn't
the way.
need. Yeah.
That was literally the worst outcome possible. Like, the 2 pushes into that.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
following that up with if you'd followed that guard guy up, if he'd not got knocked down, having guard there would have.
Yeah,
enabled
then I would
you
have been
to-
able to get a 2-die on the Tomb Guardian and move
And free
Thralls
everyone
on the
up.
ball carrier, but now I'm
I
in
think
a real
probably-
bad fucking position.
I think I wouldn't have re-rolled, kept the push, and then maybe try and settle for it. I mean, bearing in mind you've got block, that a single die on the Tomb Guardian isn't the worst thing in the world.
I mean, his issue is he's got to free up his Tomb Guardian, and even though he's got a free Blitzer, he needs to get another assist in order to get
It's
a
still a
2-die
risk.
block.
I mean, even
You can only do a 1-die.
even if he blitzed against the vampire with the ball holding Tomb, he's got block, which makes it just ever so more risky.
Exactly.
But
I mean,
a
your Tomb
push-
Guardian
but a
can
push will
move
do.
away then.
But a push will do,
Or stumbles.
or it stumbles, yeah.
Or anything aggressive.
or
Yeah.
anything really.
Anything that doesn't backfire is good enough.
He'll just blitz it with the blitz round, won't he?
But it'll only be a
Oh,
1-die
okay.
against your
It's only be a
vampire.
1 die.
So it's a 2-die
Oh.
without block or a 1-die with block. He's going for the
He's
1-die
going for the
with
1
block.
die with block.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's not good.
It's consumed another reroll, although he does have 2, so...
We're just hoping he fails to go for it. Actually, if he fails to go for it, that's bad.
Let's see if he... He's already used his reroll, hasn't he? So...
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
But
So-
I'm not sure if...
See, now, in this
Wait, I'm
situation,
fucked.
I would not
Aren't I?
do another go for it here. Because you can use the reroll next time for your 2 go for it.
Yeah, that's the point. He's got 2 go for it.
He's got to do 2 go for it next turn, but he's got to reroll if he keeps it.
I'm so annoyed his Tomb Guardian fucking caught that.
But all you've got to do is base him in some description.
Much easier said than done when he's knocking over the rest of my team or keeping them marked.
Yeah, for sure.
For show.
Faux show. Unfortunately, your high agility vampire's going to have to run through everybody to get to,
Oh,
to
he's
that
an
Tomb
all
Guardian.
factor. Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Ooh. That's just made life a little bit
This is stump.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got
that's-
this touchdown in the bag.
Well, no, he's got me 2 go for it, so there's still a possibility.
Oh my god. So my vampire isn't in range. This thrall's in range, but surrounded by 4 players.
Whatever you do is going to have to be a risk, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And I think he's seen the option that I was considering.
That's... Okay, so I'm not going to be able to knock that fucker over.
There are some...
I can see an option. I can see a couple.
There's always... There's,
ignore me,
to be
I can see
honest,
one.
There's,
I can see one.
There's always an option, even if it's like, take 2 dodge rolls that are unlikely, because as you saw with the goblins... Well, you missed it, Aramis, but as other people saw with the goblins earlier, you can make that dodge into a block, into a dodge, into a pickup, into a handoff, into a throw, into a land.
And if I roll my agility rolls, that's a 3. That did make it.
Oh, it's got block. Okay, let's go reroll.
I mean, sometimes in a dire situation, there's no making a 2 red die because you never know.
I very rarely take 2 red die, and I only ever really do it if
I red die if there is literally.
I will only 2 red die if there's a big guy that I cannot get out of the way, but I need out of the way, and I've got a piece that's expendable, or I don't really have another choice. But I'll very rarely choose. So 3 plus dodge though.
67%.
So
Unfortunate
now,
stun as well. Unfortunate stun.
so now, well, he'd be pretty naff not to try and make this immediately. But if he uses his reroll, he could screw himself here.
Yeah, I mean, wasting the reroll would be a poor.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do.
So he's got to not get
I
snake
mean,
eyes. There's one.
There's one.
And that's on the first one.
That's
so he's
on the
got
first
to
one.
not roll a 1 in his
See, I
next
told
2.
you.
Oh.
Man, that's so fun that he fucking picked it up, and then I failed like everything. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, seeing a Tomb Guardian score is a nice treat.
Yeah, it's always nice
It's
to
a rarity.
It's always nice to see it pick up. And K has got up. So it's still even Stevens in terms of player count.
But that's what you would expect. You'd expect a touchdown from the receiving team on their turn. So now you just need to reciprocate that. Ooh, putting the Tomb Guardians at the back.
There's a turn. Yeah, I can understand why, because he doesn't.
He doesn't want the potential decay.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, you know, he will put his least necessary players on the line scrimmage. But you know, that's
a throw round.
I mean, oddly, I probably would have kept the Tomb Guardians up front.
I would have.
Yeah, I would have.
Just have that strength. Just have that strength, because now there's
3 players that can get injured.
Don't put the fucking goblin on.
Don't put your chainsaw on.
Yeah. I hate the way presets do that in this game. They switch out who's on your sub box.
I mean, here there is what 4 guaranteed block minimum.
Yeah.
Don't worry, a kick off event will fuck me.
AV7. If he loses even just one of those players, that's a player disadvantage immediately.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas
why
with the
I'm
Tomb
counting
Guardians, getting them down is difficult. Even with 2 guard pieces, is tough. And if he'd shielded them around the back,
you know, they've got you know, they're AV9.
yeah, so they're hard to injure even if you do get them down. But I think he's a bit discouraged by previous records. Oh, nice Tomb Guardian kick. That's a new one. Well, this blitz will get used well, I feel.
This is the part where I rolled double skulls and my vampire dies.
There's always the fouling potential as well.
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna be fouling one of these fuckers.
Just the stun. I was hoping for an early death of this newly hired thrower, but alas.
I mean, I feel like a foul could work here.
Oh, the joys of block.
We do like a good block. Yes.
That's what we like to see in a game of Blood Bowl. Good bit of dirty cheating. Nothing quite lifts the spirits better.
I mean, the referee, he could be Mike Dean for all we know. Could be crap.
So you get +1 to your foul for every adjacent player not in a tackle zone. So that's a +4 onto his foul, which I think will make it like a 4+.
Oh, that's a KO, and as long as he doesn't roll doubles.
Oh yeah.
Hold an 8.
Which is unfortunate, but
you never know.
if he doesn't get up, it'll be worth it. If.
Nope, he got up. Of course he did.
Yeah. But it's still even Stevens on player counts.
Yeah, that's why I did it. I knew if he did get sent off, I'd still be even.
And there's no chainsaw in the mix. What I love to see.
I see Tomb Guardians.
I see victims.
It would be great to take out his block Tomb Guardian because a chainsaw does not give a fuck if you have block.
Yes, it's the joy of chainsaws is that they don't really care what you have.
Like, you could be a level 10, like, big guy with a bunch of defensive skills. The chainsaw's still gonna hurt.
Chainsaw hurts regardless of what you.
Yeah. I mean, it makes most things a 6, like a 6 or a 5+, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think you add 4. Is it 4 or 3?
I mean, I like the strength 3 on him.
You add 3. Yes.
Makes him a little bit more survivable.
Although the one that the goblins can get has strength 2, but has block and dodge, which I think's better. Because
Yeah,
the
I think the
survivability.
Goblin one is definitely better than the one I have access to, but it's still good.
Just because block and dodge just make you so much more survivable, when as a chainsaw you are prime target for everybody.
Yeah. Especially those Tomb Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Who are just going to punch you.
Repeatedly.
Okay. Here's hoping he doesn't get a blitz, otherwise I'm in really big trouble.
I love the animation for that. I'm just going to whack myself there.
Oh, what a lovely day. Change weather
Lovely
from
day.
nice to nice.
It's a beautiful day.
No copyright strike.
I don't think Bono's going to...
Chainsaw 1 out of 2, is that a kickback?
Yes, that'll
Okay.
kill you if you.
Oh,
don't-
fuck off!
Oh, no.
And this is why chainsaw guys
What?
He's okay. Nothing happened.
he managed to not injure himself miraculously. He's armor 8 though, which is pretty respectable for a goblin.
Yeah, only rolled a...
How
16.
after the amount of success you've had with a chainsaw, the first chainsaw roll I make fails?
I've made a fair few kickbacks, but I've always saved my rerolls for them. Because they are.
I mean, it's a little bit more
devastating.
helpful on the Goblin team when you don't have the loner as well.
Yes, that's the big thing. Some quick moving with the vampires. So that Tomb Guardian not go down is a bit of a setback. Risky
I like
one
that,
die, but
though.
worth it. I like it. I'm a fan of this decision.
I do like it.
Well, I like it a lot.
Don't like it. Sorry.
You bastard. For any fans, this is a mature stream. I do apologise, but live with it. It's always a bit of a puzzle coming at. It's always a bit of a puzzle trying to crack the nut of Khemri, I find.
Yeah.
There's usually a way, but it's those Tomb Guardians. It's Takes a bit of planning. It really does.
I just, the fact that they get 4 is just you can't get away from them all the time.
It's you
leave me
can't get
alone.
enough players on them to get 2 dice. That's the thing.
And
When
they're
you do
AV9,
knock them
so-
down, though, they are pretty not useless, but the fact that they can only move 1 square when they get up is
It's
you
beautiful.
can really immobilize them. Really,
I think that's why, obviously, when you're playing orcs and you've got your black orcs, they're exactly the same. And bearing in mind
Oh,
that
yes!
Ooh,
That's
that's
good.
big. That's big.
Ah, regenerate.
Oh, yeah,
that's
still.
out for the drive. That's
Yeah,
pretty.
I'm happy
dry.
with that. What's the percentage? Not high enough. Okay.
And this is why I like regen. He's gonna have that back, man.
Guard has helped me so fucking much so far.
Guard is
Beautiful.
pretty tasty. Do you have strength access on your thralls, or was that a double roll that got that
Do I have
guard?
what?
Do you have access to strength skills on your thralls? You don't, do you? You
No,
you
I got a double 1 on him.
Yeah.
Just after last game.
I think I'd take guard on any thrall.
Holy
that got a
shit!
strength.
I knocked down every Tomb Guardian.
It's pretty good going.
That's
You're
good
halfway.
going.
You're halfway
turn.
there to beating them. if
My
that's
ball
the case.
carrier is not secure though. I think he's gonna
But
get the
he
ball
is
off
strength
me.
4, and I can't see him getting to.
Yeah, he can't get a 2 die on it.
He can get a 1 die though, and he's been pretty good with them so far. And that's my guy without block.
Yeah, he's got tackle and block on one of his on his blitzer. So
I think
that
he
is
can get the
prime
ball.
one,
I
mate.
think it might be him who blocks.
Yeah, I think he'd be daft to do it with the skeleton.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, he's going for it.
I mean, that
gotta
thrall
make
in the
a-
front might be a problem though, because I don't know. I'm just trying to work
He
out
might
how-
need to make a go.
He's gonna
for
have to
it,
make
but-
a go for it.
Oh no, is he? Is he gonna?
No, he's not. Unless he goes for it with the.
Oh, that's
With the
what he's
movement
doing.
six.
Unless he
splits,
uses
right, yeah,
his
yeah,
throw rod to nullify that tackle zone.
Yeah.
Still though, it's a 1 die and you.
I think he'll get it since he doesn't have block.
I mean, yeah, there's a 50-50 chance he'll knock you down, basically.
I don't believe in 50-50s. I believe in
80%.
bad results when it comes to 50-50.
Well, he's been clever enough to move his other players around before taking the risk.
Okay, is he gonna reroll? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, double push.
See, I would not have re-rolled that.
No, that was a waste.
I don't think it was urgent enough. 1-0 up.
Considering he's only got a couple of re.
Yeah, he's not in abundance of them.
Hmm. Actually, is there a safer way to do that?
He's AG5, so that's 2. It's always 2.
Oh, that's good.
That is very good.
No regen.
Not good for the Tomb Guardians though.
God, guard is the fucking MVP in this game.
It really is. It really is. God is great.
It is literally allowing me to tear through the Camry, which I did not think I was going to be able to do.
I think, instead of God is great, we should change it to God is. God is love. God is life.
God, is it great.
Lawful demands God.
Lawful.
Lawful demands God. It's just a great skill. I think everyone knows that it is a staple of Bashy teams.
It's a
Can't
staple
not
of
have it.
any team that has strength access, to be honest. And it's particularly tasty on vampires.
It's particularly tasty. I like a good guard with my vampiric meal. A thrall with guard is extra tasty. For the vampires.
I'd rather
It
not
just
get that
sweetens them a
blood
bit.
Yeah.
loss. Let's keep the chainsaw security nearby.
Hmm.
He's the enforcer.
Nobody comes near my vampire. Otherwise, you say hello to Betty.
Betty.
The obvious name for a chainsaw. Clearly.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Okay, I think that's my turn. Yeah. Okay, this is good. He has a Tomb Guardian out, and I killed a skeleton.
It's okay,
And
Steph. I've
eventually-
retweeted to the people on my Twitter who probably don't play Bloodbowl.
Nice.
I think my Twitter is mostly made of those followers are made of those bots of like attractive ladies who aren't actually really Twitter accounts. That's most
At
of my.
least you're not
Twitter.
like, I've got all these attractive ladies and they keep following me on Twitter.
I
Don't know why.
I know. I'm just that good.
That irresistible, mate.
At Twitter.
I've won. I've succeeded in twittering.
I've got over 1,000 tweets. I don't think I've actually tweeted. They've got to be retweets.
You've written 1,000 tweets.
I haven't. I think they're mostly retweets.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
bad. That's one of my guards.
That is pretty important. Good target selection from Jamie there.
I wouldn't expect anything else from Jamie.
That's his blitz gone now, so my ball carrier's safe.
For now.
For now. Here's hoping I can just get him to use his rerolls, then I can hopefully get the advantage from that. He might not even block my Feralwolf block.
The bots can appreciate some Blood Bowl streams. I'm sure they do.
Damn.
Getting the blocks in now.
I've done a good job of keeping Tomb Guardians out of like my ball business so far.
That's a good life
Yeah,
lesson,
well.
kids.
Guys,
Keep Toon
yeah.
Guardians out
Don't
of your
let
ball
the
business.
Camry don't let the Camry touch your balls.
Don't let the untouchable.
We're gonna get banned off Twitch.
For ball touching. Reason for banning: excessive ball handling.
Followed by blood
It's
sucking.
like a bad Twilight fanfic, a vampire handling your balls.
Tell
Okay,
me
let's stop
more.
now. Tell me more. Tell me more. Like, did he have a car?
Oh, I can't believe
Fuck. Oh well.
These iron golem.
10 plus, Jesus.
But that becomes a 7 plus with chainsaw.
Yeah, it's +3, +3.
Still.
It's still quite high.
No, 7's the statistically most common result
Yep.
for 2 die, so you should get higher than it, but
I'm gonna start rolling dice. That was 8. That's a 6. So we've gone, average is 7. Suck.
this is not how probability. Ugh, mate.
What, rolling 2 dice?
If I just keep rolling 2 dice, then I can probably work out how likely it is that he's gonna fail this armor roll.
Double ones. That's my snake eyes.
Only you, mate. Only you would be able to roll snake eyes on
like
stream.
the pro elf dice. They're blue, but they glitter.
Are they sparkly?
They're sparkly dice.
Are they bright pink?
They're
'Cause
the blue. They're like
for
they're
you,
like
they
a-
need to be bright pink. I'm actually disappointed your real life elves aren't bright pink.
They are Christmas coloured. They're Christmas elves.
Oh
they're
my
red- they're-
god.
They're red armor with green clothing.
I didn't like. Oh, when I saw their red and green, it didn't even clock.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's an interesting colour palette.
I needed some. I've actually undercoated them white this time. I'm undercoating them black, so they're a little bit more bright. They're a lot brighter in their colour now.
It's amazing how much of a difference undercoat makes.
It does.
Uh,
Especially the colour. I mean, I'm so used to painting black first. So used to it, and I bought a kind of white spray paint. I thought, let's just try this on the elves because they need to be brightly coloured and fabulous. And so, yeah, it's working out quite well.
yeah, it makes the colour brighter, but I tend to find that you have to do more coats to make it like a nice, strong colour.
Yeah,
Whereas,
that's true.
Black's a bit easier to
Black-
get a good colour, but it's darker. Grittier.
Black also, I find, covers mistakes
Far easier, yeah.
better as well, yeah.
Your brush strokes are a lot more noticeable on white than it is on black.
Your cock-ups are more noticeable on white.
That's probably why I don't like using white spray paint.
I'm sad that my chainsaw's got no use out of him yet.
He hasn't done much. 3 turns and hasn't been a lot of chainsaw.
Yeah.
He's forgotten to take the guards off the blade, that's what it is.
But that's a juicy looking blitzer if it doesn't move.
That is.
Either of them actually is one with tackle would be nice to get rid of.
Although I'm lagging, there's a lot of thinking going on. No, a lot of
There's
thinking.
a lot of
thinking.
He's thinking, yeah.
I mean, he's got to make a decision here.
To be
Do
fair,
you
I'm
let him
probably
score?
taking my turns too fast. Oh, are you kidding me? He made that without the reroll, of course he did.
Ooh.
There
That's
we
a
go,
5+,
fuck
bloody
you.
hell. And it's still only a 1 die.
Are you kidding me?
Ooh.
What are your 1 dies?
Oh my word.
So nothing was kind of like, I'm going to just tease you and think things again, okay? And then now I'm going to slap you in the face.
Yes.
With his balls. His blood balls.
I mean, skeletons don't actually have balls.
They have
You don't know that. Have you
ball
inspected
joints.
them?
I'm zooming in real close. And
I am glad I'm in control of the stream. All I can say.
Is he
I mean,
going for a Camry elf pass?
I think he
Yes,
is.
he's
Yes.
known for doing it. That's what's painful.
Whoa! He's dead! Oh, he's injured.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's important. That is a
When
big.
you-
Woo!
That is
Ooh,
massive. He didn't regen.
No regen.
That is a vital mistake. Because that was unnecessary as well.
That was very unnecessary. It's 3 full players. That changes things a little bit.
Makes me very happy.
That is very fortunate for you. You have lost a vampire. So.
Yeah, losing a vampire sucks pretty bad.
I think there's just also just to people who are interested in playing Blood Bowl, or perhaps don't have much experience with it, is taking unnecessary risks like that. Yes, the likelihood is he probably wouldn't have fallen over and got himself injured, but it can happen.
Like,
does-
Blood Bowl is a game. Well, yeah, from a glance, it's like this game's entirely luck based. It's all
No.
about minimizing risk.
I mean, ideally, every turn you take, you don't roll the dice, because every
Yeah,
dice
your
roll
goal
you make.
your goal should be to roll as few dice as possible in a turn.
To the maximum effect. Yeah.
for the maximum
Reward.
efficiency. But rolling more dicey. Ooh, shit!
That's
Sorry.
that's both his throw bars out now, so he's going to struggle to pick up the ball this drive. It's going to make it just that little bit harder.
That's making it a lot harder.
But yeah, I've thought about putting out a tutorial series on Blood Bowl because I do think that there's
I think
a
if you're
lot
gonna
of
watch-
mistakes that people make, and they blame the game and they go, I don't understand why this keeps happening. And it's
I
some
would
very
highly
simple
Now,
things.
to be fair, if a newbie goes against Lizardman and loses against Lizardman, they should know that that isn't their fault. It's just that Lizardmen are bullshit. Like, Lizardmen are the one, team. Even if the AI plays them, I just, struggle against them really badly.
I agree. They're the one AI team that even I will struggle with.
Like, against AI, sometimes dwarves are problematic, but that's not as much because they're super slow.
Mm.
Whereas Lizardmen are just like, hello there.
Yeah. Lizardmen are a strong team.
I would use, if you are interested in Blood Bowl, and I would use the Sage or Jimmy Fantastic on YouTube, who would do some really good teaching.
Cooknor is another good teacher.
Yeah,
for
Cooknor,
Blood Bowl.
yeah.
Absolutely. What I wouldn't do
Knorr's
is
great for learning from matches. But
Yeah.
I don't think he has a tutorial series on the core fundamentals. He did a while ago actually, but I don't think it was fully fleshed out. The Sage does good. The Sage does very good team guides.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
feel like
does.
the Sage is very good for improving. If you play the game and want to improve, the Sage is really good.
Yeah, there's a good handful of about 4 or 5 guys that are great to watch to learn things and to learn the more advanced things. But
Now,
I don't
if
know
you
of
want
any
to see,
basics.
if you want the best Blood Bowl meme guide, though, you go to Krendor.
Krendor is great.
See,
Now
that's a good use of
Stand
stand
firm.
Stand
That
firm,
was
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I think he didn't even realise because I.
Now I get to chainsaw him.
It's more that if he
I
pushed it on the ball and that ball had gone out of play, that could really have helped him. But what about Krendor? Exactly.
What about Krendor?
And the order you do things as well is very important
Yeah.
in Blood Bowl.
That's why I'm not chainsawing first.
Make your blocks, your 2 dice blocks with people with block first. Always.
Unless
Shit,
there's
I
a
fucked up.
reason not to.
Maybe and always do your movement first. I feel as well because there's no dice rolls in that.
I fucked up pretty badly.
You used your vampire.
Yep. Shouldn't have used my vampire. Granted, he's agility free anyway.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is, yeah.
But thanks to a certain someone, I might add.
What?
Oh, the chainsaw's paying for itself now.
That's a
Pretty
good
big.
chainsaw.
So he's now got his 2 arguably best players off the pitch now. 3?
Yeah.
No, 2 of his best players.
And this is the thing with Tomb Guardians. If you remove skeletons, with Khemri, remove the skeletons, and actually the Tomb Guardians they can't do anything with the ball. I know we saw one on the score earlier.
Ooh,
shit.
all these rolls are coming
That's
in
brutal.
finally.
That's brutal. That AV7 catches up to you eventually.
Fucking hell.
But,
this
but
has
now
been
the
a
thing is, the
turnaround.
Tomb Guardians can't do anything with the ball right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what they're agility 1. They can't really pick up. They can't throw. If you do get it, obviously, it's hard to get them off, but it's very unlikely that they will get.
I mean, that's another big thing I find with Blood Bowl is that it's just as much about who you're playing than who you are. Like, there are certain teams that you need to adapt your style of play to beat. So take Ogres as an example.
That's harsh.
Okay. Take Ogres as an example. If you can kill all of their Noblars, they pretty much can't win because they really struggle to pick up the ball and move with it.
It's the same with vampires with thralls.
Potentially, yeah. If you take out all the thralls, the vampires become a lot weaker or a lot harder to
And if
use.
you take out the vampires, then you've basically got a team of just worse humans.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, he's gonna actually go for the dodge.
With what, the Tomb Guardian?
Yeah.
Where to?
I
Oh,
mean,
thank God.
I can respect that, but it's not-
I understand why he did it. Like he literally.
Only option.
So what happens if we tie?
It'll go into overtime automatically, as far as I know.
Yeah, it
so you
should
play
be
another
pretty
8
much
turns, and it's golden goal, I think.
Yeah, it is. First,
Or it
first
should
team
be
score.
golden goal. If not, it'll be who's winning at the end of that half.
Yeah,
I
it should be-
don't know what happens with the kickoff though, whether it just goes back to the person who was kicking off first turn, or whether it's reflipped.
I think it alternates, so it would be basically start.
So it would be
Yeah.
me next, right?
You'll be kicking next, yeah.
Okay.
If it went into overtime, which it
I think.
will do, I imagine. I don't know if there are enough turns to get another one
It's
for either team.
No.
Just not with the movement, with the lack of movement. There's a lot of go for it's in there. But that does give.
It'd have to be a
Khemri some
one
time
turn.
to get their KOs back.
It'd have to be a 1-turn touchdown from the vampires to get another one, which is just not really feasible.
I'm not gonna risk it.
I mean,
Ooh.
was there no inducements in this?
The chainsaw guy is my inducement.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Ooh.
I mean,
That's
he was
fine.
being-
I was gonna
he was-
finish a drive next turn anyway.
I was gonna say he's being sent off anyway, so
Yeah.
that's not the worst thing.
It's just a shame that nothing came of it.
Yeah.
Double one.
He
snake
rolled
eyes.
double 1 on that armor break.
I mean, he had 3 assists, +3 for a chainsaw and still failed. What a disappointment. He has every right to be sent off.
But yeah, I just did that because there was a chance I got a Tomb Guardian out of the match.
Oh, that's
and
totally
he was
worth
gonna
it.
be gone next turn anyway, so
Oh yeah, totally worth it.
yeah. I'm just questioning if I want to hold it for an additional turn or not.
I mean,
Yeah, I might try to soften him up a bit more.
I mean, considering that.
Like, I just overwhelm him so hard at the moment, I can probably do some...
Still just gotta be careful, because you've still got the 2 mighty blow on the pitch.
Yeah. I'm being very careful. Oh, he's making a skeleton. He knows. He's like, fuck.
Either that or he's going for an amazing Tomb Guardian play. Oh, please say he is. That'd be amazing.
Oh, damn.
Hot damn.
Ow.
I mean...
That hurt. Go on, make the go for it. I dare you.
This would be...
He can't reach.
But it does make you question your stall.
He's thinking about it.
Doing the go for it now.
That's a dodge roll though. That's what?
33%.
That's a 5+?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't think that was gonna make it. It'd have been gutted if that was an armor break.
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, cheeky.
It's like he's celebrating around the pitch, like...
Lap of honour.
Yeah, doing the lap of honour, not realising he hasn't put the ball down yet. You do have to be careful, because when Jay Bazza did this to me, and then I nearly made him pay for it.
Nearly.
Nearly. He got lucky, he had to make some risky rolls to get away with it. I think I like where this is going.
I mean, I always like a foul.
Get him, R1 Spanner. Use the Dark Sword. Do it.
I mean, if this is another sending off, then that's going to be hard as nails.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
good.
out. It's
He
not
doesn't get
bad.
up.
And then what did you roll? You're fine. There's no send.
So what will he do? Will he go for the blitz, or will he just...
A wizard enters the field and knocks out my thrall.
Your thrall acquires bloodlust for some reason.
I've been pretty lucky. Like, Bloodlust was harsh in the first half. Like, I got a few of them early on, but I haven't had that many in a
Is that
bit.
because you've only got the one vampire left on
What
the
is
field?
he doing?
I don't know why he made those two go for it.
I think he's trying to pressure you to score next turn, but it is your only
I mean,
turn, so
it's
you
turn
could
16. I'm going to.
laugh if you misclick. Accidentally do a
I
go
would
for
laugh
it.
if, like, one of his Tomb Guardians died.
I did that with my pogoer. Rip.
Rest in peace. Or should I say pieces?
Yes, that's a slightly more closer.
What's he doing? He made 6 go for it and succeeded every one. He should have
Is that
failed
so
at least
real
one
or
of
what?
those.
That's tempting Nuffle. That's tempting Nuffle far too. Ooh, 1-1.
John Peeping John.
John Peeping John.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised
Damn, a
nobody
vampire.
chose. Nobody chose the.
Oh shit! 3 of his guys got up. That's not
Ooh,
good.
Team
That's a
Guardian.
problem.
Although, you know, he's got one turn. He's got one turn.
I mean,
so
he's
there's
not-
potential for.
Unless he gets a blitz, he's not going to score. I think even with a blitz, he'd struggle.
He can't score. It's impossible for him to score.
I'm not worried about him scoring. I'm worried about him fucking up my guys. So as soon as it enters overtime, does it continue the current drive or?
No, it
It's a new
finishes
drive.
like a half. So
Okay, I'm gonna move my guys back then.
yeah.
You have to bear in mind. It's kind of like football, where you know you go into extra time. Again.
God, this does show me. If I had my guard vampire against Aramis, I think it would have gone really differently.
I think it would have, yeah.
Remember, you must have 3 guys on the line
Yeah,
of
I
scrimmage.
realised. Let's not put my niggling injury guy on the line. That's
No,
asking for death.
That's asking for problems.
Does he outnumber me? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. He'll probably
you're
get
actually-
at least one of my guys.
If all your knockouts come back, you're dead even in players, I think.
No, if everyone's KOs come.
Then I'll
as-
still have one
Okay,
player
round
more.
10. Oh,
No,
no,
I
yeah.
think no.
You'll have two
I think
more.
you'll have 2 players more.
Two more. Counted it the wrong way around. I looked at the wrong boxes.
I just need no one to die here or get
I
injured.
mean, that's
but
asking
that's
for a lot.
Especially
Yeah.
with 3 Mighty Blow. 4 Mighty Blow, although these guys. But I don't know.
Please don't give him an extra turn.
All that team
Oh,
roll,
boy.
team reroll will come in useful.
Will he go for the vanity pass?
I mean, there is little point, I suppose. I suppose a pass is a pass, isn't it? But
Yeah.
Woo!
it's got a reroll though. He's just acquired it.
Luckily, he got that reroll.
You know that reroll we're taking the piss out.
Yeah,
Stunned
it's
is
good
okay.
that you got that
Stunned is
reroll.
Stand is acceptable there.
I need one of his Tomb Guardians to die. Just
Double
drop down
skulls.
dead. Shit.
That potentially
So,
even things up.
next turn is going to be the last drive, right?
Potentially, yeah.
It goes to golden goal, I believe. So
Okay. In that case,
there
he's
might be
now
another
okay.
drive after it if nobody scores. I think it goes up to turn 32.
But I hope it doesn't go up to turn fucking 32.
Well, it's just another 2 halves, I think, and then it goes into a penalty kickoff, which is
I think-
basically
I
just
think
a
that-
roll off, which is a horrible
I'm
way to end any game.
I'm pretty sure the halves are shorter as well.
I do not want a 32 turn game. Like, I like Bloodbowl, but like, there's a limit to how much Bloodbowl I can
I
handle
can only
in a
produce
day.
so much salt in
There's only
an hour period.
There's only so much bowl in which I can blood.
That could sound better. Not gonna
Damn,
lie
I
to you.
finished this game with 4 rerolls.
You did.
You managed
Yeah.
your risk very well.
Wait.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, for a moment I thought I didn't get to reset my formation.
So did
Yeah,
I, and
look-
I was going to feel really bad. Like,
I was
Ooh,
meant to be like, fuck.
his KO didn't get up, so
Oh, I get to pick!
You do, yeah.
so it does get reflipped, and you've had to pick.
Holy shit, it is like, oh no.
That's a 3-player advantage as well.
That's the thing, is it pretty much overtime, because it's golden goal, I think. I think it's golden goal.
I'm going to
It's-
double check.
I'd assume it's golden goal.
Well, it is in
But-
normal tournaments, but cyanide, in a word. You never know. So it's very much... yeah, you look like you've got a
Yeah,
full
it's played as sudden death. The first team to wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
So being able to receive is so massive. That coin toss is so important.
That is, yeah.
I'm very happy I got that coin toss.
I mean, he's also struggling. He's only got the 3 players that can reasonably pick up the ball. That sure hands on that skeleton looking like a good choice now. There, Aramis. Just gonna put it out there.
Sorry.
That sure hands that he's put on that skeleton now
Yeah.
is the most reliable ball carrier on his team.
Yep. He knew this was coming.
He predicted. He saw the signs.
Oh my! And another reroll. And a very, very shallow kick.
Oh, our rerolls didn't reset. He has no rerolls.
Oh crap!
That I did not know.
Yes!
That's huge. That is huge.
Suddenly having all these rerolls makes such a difference.
This is why you take rerolls.
Definitely.
For overtime. This is the overtime build.
The famed overtime build.
I love it. I mean, I have to say that it's been very much a game of 2 halves. The first half definitely dominated by Jamie, and the second half has been very different.
Just
And I
shows you
feel-
how fickle Blood Bowl can be.
It is very fickle. It's a fickle game.
It also is a good example of how unnecessary risk can really screw you over because
It can, absolutely. I mean, that
If as a
that
losing
throw
those
was
players,
the
yeah.
biggest mistake he's made so far, in my opinion.
it's one of those things. If he hadn't have done that, he would have had another player, a ball handler, and just so much more options than he has now.
I mean, he's only got 3 players at the moment capable of getting the ball, and they're all agility 2.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Which
that's
is
just
horrible.
Kemri, but
Oh.
the Thrall's picking up their game now, boy.
They
My
are.
thralls have like done really well this game.
They have. They've pulled it out of the bag. I can say that. I mean, I do feel quite sorry for Joe because that once again, it's another game in which Mighty Blow has done again nothing really.
It did a lot in the first half.
It did, but the second half it didn't do anything. Not really. It made a couple of KOs which have already come back, and that is a cage.
That is. I mean, can you call it a cage? It's a,
Maybe
it's
not actually. No,
a mosh, maybe.
Yeah.
It's an emo mosh. They're surrounded by a couple of vampires.
God, but at the end of the first half, I was like, "This is Elves 2.0."
It just shows you how quickly it can turn.
It can
Yeah.
turn so.
And
And
you-
Like,
that's
it's not
where you-
over yet. If he gets lucky with rolls, he can still
anything can happen still.
help me.
And I think that's the thing that you have to appreciate with Blood Bowl is it is a lot about your own risks and what you do, but at the end of the game there is chance involved, and you just got to take everything with a pinch of salt. People who take the game extremely seriously, I tend to find, don't seem to enjoy it very much. You have to be like, oh, if I lose, I lose.
Oh, it's his one with block. Damn.
Damn.
Was
damn.
that a single dice on a tomb? Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was brave.
That's a rare opportunity to take a single as a Tomb Guardian.
It's called Guard. It's great. You should try it.
Disappointing.
Interesting-
He's just setting up the free, like, this is our last line of defense.
We shall hold them here. They shall go no further.
It's not a bad defense. 2 mighty blow, 3 block,
Yeah.
and tackle. It's not a bad defense. And there's still Tomb Guardians to get out of the way.
It's interesting that he's not supporting his Tomb Guardians because he could still do a lot of damage.
He'd
I
get
think-
overwhelmed if he
I've-
supported them, I think.
I think the problem is once you break it past, then you can't,
can't
catch up.
catch.
Kemri. You can't catch up.
But now abusing those Tomb Guardians is very, very doable. Or ultimately, you could just run away from them. That's a perfectly good strategy. They're not exactly.
Is
gonna
it
catch
golden
you anytime
goal?
soon.
Yeah, it's sudden death.
Okay.
Is that according to Cyanide?
That is according to the Steam forum.
Okay, cool.
If those
I can
fuckers are
I can
lying.
double check.
I mean, that's the way me and J Baz have played the semi-finals. So that's quite unfortunate that he's going to have lost potentially both of his games on sudden death.
Yeah.
But that shows close games, though. In
I
fairness,
think it does show good games. It does. You know, I think it has been close.
nothing to be scoffed at.
But you know, I think again, it's just late injuries do cause problems. A lot of problems.
Especially in a tournament setting where you do have overtime, having players at the end is so important.
It
I
is.
can't remember.
Which is why
I think him getting Phil Tehran injured from that go for it screwed him over so hard.
I mean, he's not had exactly good luck with the
Yeah.
injury rolls
Second
either.
half, he's
No.
not had great rolls.
You have to bear in mind that considering the skeletons are the
Almost
same
7 as the
as the
Thrall.
Thralls. Yeah,
Yeah,
and most
And
of the Thralls are
quite a
up.
few of them are 8 as well. I've
There are
been
only
pretty
two.
lucky.
There's only one injured Thrall. The other one's sent off.
The other thing as well is he's got 2 skeletons that are injured, but they have thick skulls.
Yes! Nuffle does not love you!
Oh!
Oh no! I can appreciate the effort on that. but
I didn't
really-
regen either.
Oh. I mean,
Oh.
I mean that was ballsy, and had he have succeeded, I would have just given him.
I would have been
the third
angry if he had
place.
succeeded, but I'd also have been like, damn.
I'd have just
good
given
job.
him third. I'd have given him third place then.
That's one of those feelings of when you play against goblins and they score like a throwing touchdown. You're like, I hate it, but I've got to admire it. You can't
even be mad.
Yeah, you can't be mad when that works. It's just like so endearing.
Endearing. I wouldn't call it endearing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, his blitz rounds are awkward to get through.
Six turns left of the half.
Damn, I've been really lucky with Bloodlust this game.
It's not punished you quite as hard as it did the other game.
Yeah, like in the Elf game, it was fucking everywhere.
It was everywhere.
I think that's been a great thing about this tournament, and the viewers won't quite appreciate it, but hopefully next time they will. Is how close the tournament has been between these top 4 teams. All 4 of them had a potential to win the league stage, and I think all 4 have had a potential to do well in this knockout stage as well. I would have coined Khemri as the favourites for the whole thing, personally, and I think this is
after I played against goblins, I was straight up you. after I did not realize someone could get so fucked up by goblins until that game.
I mean, that's a little bit of luck, I can't really lie.
But after that, I was like, yeah, goblins.
It's the first time anyone in history has ever gone, yeah, I think goblins will win. Unless they're playing halflings.
Like, you have to understand, that was like when my team was still like dominant, and they're being dominant now, which I'm happy about, but like, basically, like, goblins were the humbling experience to my vampires. That they walked in there and they were like, okay, time to win this thing.
It's not as humbling as losing to halflings.
Yeah, I've never lost to halflings.
I tell you what, playing as halflings makes you appreciate the...
I think it makes you a better player. Ooh.
It makes you not salty as much, because you just accept that you're going to get
just
absolutely
laugh it off,
destroyed
yeah.
every game. You get used to losing horribly. Well, I think... Well, that was a risk, but bit of a glory. That would have been funny to fail.
Lap of honour. Lap of honour.
Wait. There we go. Just in case of the bloodlust.
And that's where a mistake could have been made. That could have cost you. I think, if we're right...
If we're right.
Unless he set it differently. There's a way of setting it.
Woo!
There we go.
Congratulations,
I'm
Rocket!
the bronze medal!
Congratulations.
You are bronze. And I hope Jamie comes back soon, because I feel sorry for him. I feel like he got really unlucky in this knockout stages.
I know, that was quite harsh. That was a harsh...
Oh, Artorias is 1 SPP off level 4.
It's a shame he'll never be used again.
Hey, we could probably, like, after a few seasons, do, like, a cup with, like, previous teams. That would be fun.
Yeah, bring them back. I actually, spoiler warning, I actually want to do an Eternal League. Where you use the same teams over and over. For all you fans out there, if anybody watching wants to get involved, let me know. But keep the same teams constant, and if people get fed up with playing a team, they can swap with other people and essentially swap teams. But the teams will stay, but then you get some very high levels, because in most leagues and tournaments, you don't get people up to level 4, 5.
Yeah.
Very often, unless it's a particular star player.
Unless you play... Unless you play against
long.
the AI, in which case you just get...
You just win quite easily, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our third place winner. Just going to update that.
Also, yeah, I got really lucky with looking at the statistics. I got 52 blocks sustained. He got 53 blocks sustained. Yeah, I inflicted more than he did. So,
despite the mighty blow as well.
Yeah, I got quite lucky.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing as well, is you've got to consider who you're blocking. Like, you probably blocked his Tomb Guardians a fair bit. but
I
they are
kept
high
his Tomb
armor.
Guardians blocked like the entire game.
And they're high armor as well, so you were even breaking them, whereas he only broke the one of your vampires, who's weaker armor as well.
Also, I think I made a great, I think that game would have gone very differently if I was thinking about going for a reroll instead of the Chainsaw Goblin. But that Chainsaw Goblin KO'd 2 of his toughest Khemri outside of his Tomb Guardians.
Probably paid for himself.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at the Bloodlust statistics. 28 successes, 4 failures, 87% success. That's really good.
Pretty bang on though, isn't it? I mean,
It's what it should be, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's above average, though.
slightly, I think.
It's either 83 or 87,
How many?
one of the two.
How many did you do? How many? Did you
28,
succeed?
failed 4.
So 32
in total.
So you should have failed 5 if you'd rolled 30 of them. So and you
Okay,
rolled 32 and got 4, so slightly above average. No, 28 and rolled 4. So no, probably about right.
No, wasn't that 28 passes, 32 or 4 fails? Or
Yeah,
did I mishear that?
28 passes, 4 fails, so 32
So
total.
32, yeah, just above average.
Yes. So, but
The
still,
luck really wasn't with me that game.
no, we were obviously.
I think the
went
that
around,
last
but
third was rough.
You got
Yeah, like
punished
that
hard.
last.
Rough,
Like,
it was more than rough, mate.
like you fucked me in the first half, but like you're.
And I'd have to disagree with that. I was not nowhere near.
You were much more
That
dominant
bad
than you were in the
like
second half.
Well, you did, like you definitely like dominated that half compared to me, but like second half, like you
Didn't
got
I go into
really
that half-
unlucky with lulls.
Didn't I go into that half 1-0 down?
No.
You were 1-0 up
Was I ahead?
first half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
that was it.
he caught up. So
Yeah.
As
it was a game of 2
every
halves.
roll went away from me.
Yeah, that, I
That's
felt
one of
bad
the
for you
worst
because that is
games.
what happened to me against Aramis.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing that Aramis pointed out, which I think is very true, is that you, even with all your mighty blow, you just didn't get the injuries come through, and that's what punished you really, because he.
I just didn't get anything come through.
Yeah, you only
Not
injured
the
3
injuries. I didn't
players.
get anything come through.
But I think that was the bigger factor. If you get a few injuries and get the numbers advantage, it makes it very easy to overwhelm a team. But we were discussing that any of these 4 top teams deserve to win, I suppose is the way to say. I don't think anyone's been like, oh, they don't really deserve to be here, or anyone's outstanding. I think it really has been anyone's game, and it has just come down to the individual matches, which makes it more exciting, I think, personally. And that was a good game to watch as well. It was very much a game of 2 halves.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it was
I
the
enjoyed
back
it.
and forth game, like especially in the first half.
Yeah, and then it was just unfortunate as the late game came on that it just snowballed from
Honestly,
your
the
injuries.
saving grace of that game for me was whenever your free agility guy got knocked out by Go For It, injured by Go For It. That was.
I didn't even click that going for it. I just
Oh,
did
man.
not
not show
click
up.
that.
Oh no.
That sucks.
I clicked in the very end square where it said, "Yeah, you can get there," and then it does a
Damn.
going for it, and I was like, "What?"
That sucks.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
because we were
That's how-
debating why.
that's how much the game was going against me that it didn't even tell me it was a going for it.
And also, like, your Tomb Guardians, the amount of 2 dies which had pushes instead of downs, like, I was thankful. That Mighty Blow was scary as fuck.
But a good game nonetheless, I feel.
Yeah,
think
I
everybody will enjoy
think
that.
it was interesting to see. I honestly thought the skill difference would have been a big factor, but it wasn't in the end.
And it also goes to show that a game of Blood Bowl, even if the teams are uneven or if you think there's one has an advantage, anything can happen. It's what makes it so
Also,
good.
I
Anything
will-
can happen.
I would like-
Speaking of advantages,
I would like
By
to
the will of
thank,
Nuffle.
I would like to thank Ben Hart of Jugo for leveling up off of being massacred by the elves and rolling a double 1 so I could give him guard. Like, guard saved my ass that game.
It was very helpful for you. For sure.
But yeah, GG, Jamie.
Yeah, good game, good game.
Have we played twice or 3 times now?
Twice.
Twice.
Rightio.
But I believe we have a finals
we
to prepare
do.
for.
So we're going to
To
take
our
a quick.
5 viewers, which I think is pretty much just us.
Ah well. We'll take a quick 10-minute break so we can get everything set up on our end, and then we'll be back with the grand final, the Goblins versus Elves, the match you've all
I might
been
not
waiting
hang around
for.
in VC anymore because I'm a bit tired, but I'll watch the final.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah,
no
no
worries.
worries.
Yeah. Good luck, have fun.
Good luck. Thank you.
See ya.
See you in 10 minutes, guys. welcome back, people. Oh, bit of match of the day there.
Well done. Whoever
Well timed.
wants his copyright striked from YouTube, you know how the apocalypse is going. Getting in there nice and early before this match, just so no one can see what happens.
Right.
Some little bit of elf BS going on there, I believe.
I'm getting us off the air before the inevitable loss to goblins.
Like, as soon as you start to lose, just copyright strike us. And
Yeah,
nobody
copyright
sees
strike.
that.
God.
It's alright,
seems
server
legit.
mute exists for a reason.
I think server kick exists for a reason as well.
Ooh.
Harsh.
Right to my
Look, if I wasn't allowed to do that just for playing elves, then I can't do it for this, unfortunately.
So yes, quick overview of the teams. The Goblin team has not changed. Excuse me, since the game against the Khemri. So nothing
Did you not
really
have a
exciting
single
there.
level up?
Nope. I've barely leveled up all season. I've got
Goblins
four
notoriously difficult to level up.
I've got 4 level 2 guys. That's it. So, and they're all goblins.
Clearly, they've been a detraction for the entire tournament, going through the groups in first, winning the quarterfinals, or semi-final even. So yes,
Imagine
no
if they
level
were
ups
leveled up.
being a massive disadvantage there for the goblins.
Well,
Let's face it, are
enabled
going
me.
in clear favourites for the win here.
It's enabled me to buy lots of inducements, which has pretty much
bribes.
won me every game. Yeah.
Lots of bribes. Lots of bribes. You cheating
Especially
bastard.
considering you are a full 300 TV less than the elves, which means that you will
Yeah.
definitely have access to your three bribes.
Hmm. Yeah, because they're half price for goblins, so that's juicy. Let's have a look at the elves.
You even get a chainsaw in for that.
Oh yes, I have some personal money to spend as
say
well.
that.
It's not going to be any different from what was used against the Khemri. Have
True,
the elves
true.
changed Aramis at all? You've got some
There
players
has
back.
been one of the catchers is back. The guy with Wrestle and Dodge is back, which is big. Also, the addition of Guard on. You gotta get a Hail Mary, and Dodge, I believe, went on to Mary Hail her.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a little bit there. There's a little bit there.
A couple of level ups.
Unfortunately, I was 10k short of a third catcher. So I think I
That
might.
catcher will make all the difference.
I feel so bad for you.
I know. I think I might spend that money on inducements.
Ooh, I'll get more then.
Yes, with every
You will, won't
bit of
you?
gold you spend out of your own cash, the opposing team gets it in inducements as well.
The lower team does, yeah. So,
Mm.
I'm ready to start if you are.
I'm ready to start.
Let us crack on with the grand final of the SideQuest Invitational between the Goblins and the Pro Elves.
I think we
Exciting
might
game.
not bother with inducements then.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to give me any more?
more?
Ooh, 3 bribes, thank you very much. And I think a chainsaw is necessary. Can you buy them twice? That would be lovely.
No, I don't quite think it works that way, unfortunately.
That is a shame.
But I notice you have 90k left. What are you going to go for with that
I do.
90k?
I'm actually debating between the Fanatic or another chainsaw guy, because the Fanatic with elves, they're so dodgy. Yeah,
That does tend
Fanatics,
to happen.
Fanatics don't get much use because they just can't catch people. Another option is Bloodwiser,
But I
babe.
don't believe you can go for that loony though, can you? Because you've already got a loony in your team. Or have you got
Ah, is that the case?
Yeah, I think so.
That is the case. Good to know. Well, that settled my decision. So, Bloodwiser Babe or Fanatic? They are quite punchy elves, but I'm going to go with the Fanatic because it's more fun. Also, mods, can we get this guy banned from the chat? I do not like his elf spam.
Rude.
Come join us in the chat for some exciting elf abuse.
No.
If you
I believe
too
that's a game
hate
about to
elves,
start.
you can phone 0800 Aramis and tell him why he's scum for playing elves.
That was,
No, that's
that-
pretty harsh. Pretty harsh.
That was well harsh.
Hail Mary Arena. Why do you get? Well, it's probably nicer than my arena. Let's be fair.
Probably is, yeah.
Hey, what?
I'll shortly join you in game when my
We are in games. You see
Cabal
that.
vision loads up.
That sounds
There we
about right.
go.
Well, that's a problem for me.
I take it from that Aramis gets to decide who starts first, who gets to
Yeah.
attack and who gets to receive.
Yep.
I'm willing to bet what he's going to go with as well. I'm willing to bet he's going to be the one attacking.
Just a
Take
smidge.
a wild guess.
Just a smidge.
Yes, I joined the game just as the goblins set up.
Yeah, now you see my Bombardier, as clearly useful as he is.
I was disappointed he
against
didn't get much
elves.
use against the Khemri, I'll be honest, the Bombardier.
You know, Rocket tried to convince me to use him, but I couldn't keep all my players, and I felt keeping the chainsaw was slightly better than keeping the Bombardier. I mean,
But we
Bombardier
didn't even get to
against
see a
this.
single bomb thrown though.
I know, but I
disappointing.
didn't get to put him on really. I think he got on for a turn, and that was it. That's all he got.
Yeah.
I'll be very careful with my bribes here as well, I think, because just because I don't trust.
I feel like there's a bias in chat. I mean, even though my fan factor is technically...
Think you may have cut out there, Aramis.
Yeah, he's been cutting out a little bit, unfortunately, but
Oh no.
It's all that he deserves, however.
Yeah.
I think this unbiased commentary is going to be very biased.
I mean, we were...
Do we look like the BBC to you, Tails? I don't believe unbiased commentary is part of the contract.
Well, this is true.
We were quite... We were quite biased against the Khemri in the early...
Going down those lines, I would like to point out to everyone that it is Hail Mary, the blitzer on the right-hand side of the pitch, if you're looking at it from the elves' point of view.
Well, that's a good start. At least
That's a
he's not
great
dead.
start.
He's not dead.
Who is the murderer of Steph. So he's target number 1. You get a bounty of everyone will love you.
For which
Or win it.
which one? Plus Hail Mary? No.
No, Hail Mary, the one doing the blitz currently.
Aha. Okay. Prepare to die.
Here we go, here we go, here we
Who has graciously thrown himself right into the middle of a couple of goblins.
go.
It's almost as if he's got a suicide pact. The Elvish team quickly realising their mistakes and trying to block the goblins away before trying to pick up the ball, which, as they're elves, of course they passed.
Gotta love elves.
Everyone
elves
loves
win.
elves.
Yes, everyone. Everyone.
And as you see, the elves have already started to advance, making their dodge rolls as if they were skipping through a wheat field.
I mean, the goblins are probably shorter than wheat. I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean, it's not exactly a tall order to fill, is it?
Well, I'm willing to bet the elves didn't feel that dirty as they were doing it. Or naughty as they were doing it, rather. So, what's going on? Nothing too much going on, just a bit of man marking there from the elves.
The aggression from the elves is a bit unusual.
I noticed they're leaving the trolls well alone,
I
mean,
it's a bit rude.
almost as if they're not that suicidal.
That's deserved, I feel.
That, however,
Oh, a use of a reroll.
Here
Here we go, Snake Eyes Erebus.
people.
It's good to
Double
see
ones
it.
leaving that troll unmarked, and I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, just out of range to go for a risky blitz with that troll on the elf. Unfortunately, the naming structure of this elvish team means that I can't accurately distinguish between elves, seeing as they all share the same name because of creativity.
Yes, creativity.
Because of creativity. That's
Because
true.
creativity.
Although I feel like one of the main elf tactics will be to try and score as quickly as possible and force the goblin player to use up his rerolls.
It's alright, I can use them myself, thank you very much.
Stunned is okay, stunned is acceptable.
Use up his bribes, I meant.
I've already had to use one reroll, this can only go well.
So let's have a look at the power blocks being formed. We have 4 elves currently, well, staring over 3 goblins and a troll. On the right hand side of the pitch, if you're looking from the elf point of view, which I'm... No, you're definitely not doing that. Who's the troll? I think I saw a throw teammate come up. Was that an option? If so, who's going to be chucked? Worked quite well in the game against the Khemri, actually. In fact, it worked almost too well. Feels like it's not going to work should it happen
felt
today.
like going through a tight gap.
Well, are you going to try and stop him?
No.
With that flail, I
Don't be
think
silly.
it would be an idiot that would try and get in the way of that. Ooh, nice bit of going for it. Putting the pressure on that elf. Although that does leave the middle of the field unguarded. No tackle zones in sight down those middle centre 2 squares. Stunty elf or stunty goblins being able to dodge away almost as if it was nothing. Almost as if they were in fact elves. Just elves with severe height disorder. Ah, really stupid there. An unlucky roll. It's normally 50-50.
Ran out
With
of time apparently.
Yep. Gotta watch out for the time. 2 minutes, not as long as you think it is.
Well, I clicked, but it didn't go through, so this goblin's going to have to take a push. Well, worse things could have happened.
Well, worse things might be about to happen. Top Mug looks like he's in a bit of a stick. Let's see, what can the elves actually do here that doesn't involve slapping an ogre? Troll. I know what these players are.
Who's Top Mug?
He's the one you have stood next to the elf ball carrier.
He's not... I think he's a goblin that I must have accidentally bought at some point and not named. Because that is not a name I have chosen.
Well, he's been around for a fair while because he has got
Level
a
2.
minus agility.
And level 2. I don't even know how. Don't even know how. Oh, oh.
So a nice block coming in to get around the
Interesting.
goblin dodge. Oh, and we have some elf BS coming in with that pass.
Seems about right. Oh, door one. Damn it.
Tails is going to need to make
A few
a
maneuvers.
pretty nasty 2 red die block, and probably a dodge or 2 as well to get there in time. If he has any hope of stopping the elves from, well, just decimating the match. Ruining, let's say.
I can safely say that that was an elf turn.
That,
They need to be
elves
Well,
were things that
you're
happened.
playing elves, so I'd hope it was an elf turn. If it was a chaos turn, then I'd be questioning what's going on in this game.
You're about to see a goblin turn, my friend.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
I
my
get the
word.
feeling I know what's about to happen, and always hungry. That is...
I can't remember if that results in a
pain.
turnover. I think it does.
I
it
would
does.
assume it does, as that goblin is about to get eaten.
Oh.
Oh, that goblin is...
Oh no, it doesn't.
Roll.
What a waste of a reroll that was. Okay.
That's because he didn't. I think it's because he didn't,
Didn't eat him.
actually eat him.
Yes, actually,
Oh, I
that
didn't
could have gone a
realise-
lot worse.
Could have done, yeah.
Yes, the always hungry rule being shown off there. When you throw a teammate with a troll, you roll a d6, and if you roll a 1, then he decides to eat the player. Which, unfortunately, means that if Tails had rolled yet another 1 after that, that goblin would have been in that troll's stomach. Fortunately, it requires a double 1 to have your player get eaten. And as we can clearly see, Tails isn't Aramis, who rolls double 1s. Usually every turn.
I roll double 1s for pleasure.
I don't think it's meant to work that way, I'll be honest with you.
Can appreciate that.
Some nice goblin dodging there from the goblin
like
that's running away from the troll. Clearly,
And
well,
that's my reroll
that's
that
a
punished
shame.
me as well. I didn't know that I would have suffered for that.
That's a shame.
That's elves for you. Could be very one-sided. It's the thing with elves.
They ruin the game, you could say.
Very unsportsmanlike, I find.
Almost like they take no pleasure in just having a close match.
I
Both down.
disagree strongly.
Block again coming into play to get over the goblin's dodge. Fortunately, it just resulted in a stun, not a KO.
Gotta love a bit of greed. Attack it down looks tasty.
I'm sure it does.
I'm very surprised the elf didn't move away from the troll.
Because he's probably going to score now.
Because as we all know,
Come on, double 1.
when you fail a dodge roll and the troll is stood right next to your player, well, trolls get hungry.
Well, don't blitz him.
Some strongly armored goblins.
Yes. Ooh, this is dirty. Oh no.
They
Just
say
going
armor
for the
7,
glory.
but really they've got plate mail.
I thought you were going to go for the stall then. I was going to...
I stalled against you last time and it didn't work.
I was gonna say, stalling against goblins is a bit anticlimactic, or not anticlimactic, it's a bit anti-intuitive, really.
Plus there's more chances of your guys getting sent off.
Yes, that's why stalling against them is a bit unintuitive, or anti-intuitive. Is that even a word, anti-intuitive?
Unintuitive.
There you go. That's English things for you.
To English. How to English.
Yeah, but even that
Never did the
unintuitive
word
just
learning.
means that it's not the obvious thing to do. I think I'm making up the word anti-intuitive, but I will keep it as my own. Look, hush. Who is the commentator? Who is the tryhard here? Come on.
Depends which game we're playing. I don't know, Mr. Lizardman.
Ooh. Catchy.
Sorry, have you seen lizards in this tournament?
Not in this one.
Mr. Elf?
Not in this one. Rip.
It's alright, when we talk about tryhards, you always have to look at who's actually playing who, and when you're playing elves, and you're not playing lizards,
I mean,
you sort of don't have a leg to stand on, really.
I kind of do. I have an elfish leg to stand on. It's long and pink.
Yeah, it is. Bombardier wants to say hi.
That bombardier getting very close to the front lines. It's almost a bit worrying.
Indeed.
Yeah, a little bit.
He just wants hugs.
This is where I do wish I'd have given someone a kick.
Initiative,
Alright,
as
mate.
if you need it. Well,
Ooh.
somebody caught it.
And the goblins have caught it. That's a nice catch by the goblins. Although 2 attempts at 2 50-50s, you'd rather hope they passed one of them.
But being goblins, not so much.
Well, it's all as
Does
Knuckle wills it.
Stunty affect that catch?
Oh,
or is it
I
just-
No. No, it did not.
I've made a mistake. I thought I put a chainsaw guy on. I did not.
You didn't.
Whoops!
Ooh,
Well,
dear.
that's a massive mistake.
Oh dear.
Well,
Well, let's see how well I can do without chainsaws then.
Probably fine.
I hope so.
Troll there, trying to get a snack. And leaving a lot
I don't
of
think
pepper
you
zones the elves
ever
can dodge through.
enough.
No, I think I was too busy talking and I didn't pay attention to
You
who
were,
was
yeah.
actually on the pitch.
You were too busy chainsawing.
Well, clearly not.
Well, I meant in our first game.
The traditional goblin cage being formed there. As we all know, it's the best of the cages.
It's very powerful.
I do like a bit of dodge.
Goblins breaking their own cage. Tails there, forgetting that the bombardier cannot actually throw the bombs once he's moved.
I didn't really want to throw it next to my own cage, if I'm honest, because it tends to scatter on your own guys.
I don't know. We've had some very good games of hot potato over the past
These
season.
are elves. They're kind of good at the ball.
They're
thing.
elves, they're agility 4.
They're going to outdo my guys that have essentially agility 2 because of stunty.
I still feel like Nuffle favours the brave.
I might use him as a suicide bomber and just get him to stand next to the guys and drop it.
Nuffle definitely favours the goblins. How do you think they've managed to come through in first so far? I think the elves are going for a 2-die block against the troll by the looks of it. So that's a very brave elf to try that.
I'll slap him back. Excuse you? Yeah, it's about right.
Choosing not to follow up there. Leaving the goblin with the ball. Open to move without impediment. Although how far the goblin can move is, of course, based upon pure luck. As those elves are putting in the tackle zones, really. That goblin can take 1, maybe 2 steps in any direction before he ends up having to dodge. So, Goblin turn 4, halfway through the first half, nearly. Let's see what choices get made.
Bad ones.
Well, it was a bad choice for elves to just stand next to trolls, as we all know. Trolls love a good elf snack. May have tried chowing down on a goblin earlier, but unfortunately, goblins are wily to those tricks. Always have a sandwich down their back pocket just to give to the troll to make them forget about them.
Or it's like a Noblar or something. Or you have that instead.
So I'm still taking bets on how long it's going to be before that bombardier decides to drop a bomb and just blow up a couple of elves.
Ooh.
Ooh, unlucky there. Another reroll having to be used. That blitzer having sidestep means he can just go wherever he wants.
Do you love a bit of sidestep?
And dodge as well, meaning that unless he rolled a defender down, then that wasn't going to do anything.
Not having any rerolls now is going to really screw me.
Yep.
It might.
Especially with that.
I feel like
really
I've just had a lot of bad luck. I had the chainsaw happen first time as well. These elves and their armor breaks as well, or lack thereof.
That's okay.
Trolls need their dinner before they can hit hard, I'm afraid.
Better not roll a 6.
Oh, that one elf getting knocked out. Well, stunned. Again, not a good injury roll. A double 6 for the armor break, but only a 3 on the injury roll. Not the sort of luck that the goblins need this game. Although, even just making that pass, as short as it was, more luck than the goblins really deserve.
I really screwed myself by not putting a chainsaw on. It's a real big
Just
mistake.
means you'll have a chainsaw in the second half. 2 chainsaws in the second half, in fact. We're fortunate to be graced with the presence of
I've got 3
Nobbler and
bribes. 2
Fungus.
I've got 2 bribes though. No,
Oh, and Broomfist got injured. These are some hard-hitting elves. Only badly hurt though.
Unbelievable.
Means that if there were a next game, you'd still be able to play in it. Unfortunately, there isn't. And the troll goes down. Not sure if I'd have taken a reroll on that 2-die block there, because those 4 elves are stood in a nice position for a bomb to be thrown. And to be honest, needing that goblin down means that he wouldn't be able to throw that bomb in the future. And as you can see, the elves just don't have a sense of adventure. So, let's see. Yes, I think the main strategy of this goblin team is to just try and hold the ball up as long as possible, and then chuck that gobbo as far down the field as he physically can. Hoping to go for an almost classic one-turn touchdown, of which in the semi-finals he in fact made 2 to win. So this is sort of the goblin specialty. Oh, that really stupid there, not helping. So I believe that was about to be a throw teammate. Oh,
Oh dear.
Not going well for me.
both down as well. Thankfully no armor broken from that, but very unfortunate with the timing.
Yeah, two stupid mistakes costing me. Early rerolls and
A lot of early rerolls.
a lot of really bad rolls and a lot of so.
Oh, and an injury for Bracer. That's badly hurt. Again, this next game, the lack of an apothecary is really hampering this. Not that you'd normally go with an apothecary, but I get the feeling that the goblin's about to hit Pinball City. Getting very lucky though, and making his way down the field at the same time. Let's see how the elves plan on getting away from this one.
By being elves and dodging, obviously.
That is the Bombardier getting knocked towards the edge of the pitch. Clearly, someone's looking to surf in the future. Although I'm not entirely sure the Bombardier wants to try. Seeing the use of having dodge on literally every player here makes them very difficult for the elves to actually knock down these goblins. And even with dodge, the elves roll a classic double 1.
Do like an Aaron double 1.
Do like a kid.
I love a good snake.
You're playing elves. You're not allowed to have your own term after you. As you can see, elves get no concessions.
Oh shit.
Oh, the goblin's making a break for it. Unfortunately, I don't think he can run far enough to escape the wrath of the elves. Not unless he wants to make those going for it rolls. Yet on turn 6, is it worth it without a reroll?
Jesus.
Oh.
God.
Oh no, not an injury
Oh,
to the
no.
troll. Gotta hope for a bit of regeneration kicking in here. And
sums about
yep,
that day so far.
This is a very unlucky game for the goblins, who have done so well this season. Although that little slip up from the elves, meaning that he can't get his surf in this turn. I say slip up, it's clear he wasn't going for it, he has to blitz that goblin first.
Oh shit.
A gift.
That a little bit of elvish luck being used on that block this turn. So I'm fairly sure I heard a misclick coming in there somewhere.
No, I just thought I just got think. Oh yeah, I totally have 2 dice.
Wow.
Finally.
Oh, that's a well-used reroll there, I feel. Now all we need is the 1. No, he rolls a 2 and picks up the ball. Oh, we can see the bit of elf BS, and that goblin did not make the interception, which is unfortunate because that would have been hilarious. So we now have to see just how well these goblins can dodge out of the elvish tackle zones and get to that ball handler. Ball handler also has block, meaning that he's a lot more difficult to knock down. And a KO on the other troll. This game is just not going the way of the goblins.
I don't need
trolls.
I don't need 1 turn touchdowns. No, definitely not. Definitely not a thing that I really need right now.
I mean,
I get the feeling that luck is going to need to be called.
What I did to win this game is I am actually in the bath right now of Nuffle scented oils. That's how much Nuffle I have.
And I apologise for any confusing and inappropriate images that sentence brought up. It was not our intention to cause you severe distress.
Trauma.
Severe mental.
I can only apologise on behalf of the SideQuest community for that. That's not something I will ever think of again. If you feel the need to take up severe alcoholism, please see a counsellor. But back to the game anyway, and not just my problems now. You can see the field looking very thin for the goblins now that those 2 trolls have been sent off the field. Only have to survive 1 more turn of the elves. If they can prevent the elves from scoring, it makes the second half a lot more interesting, as the goblins will be on the attack in that half, and so you would hope be able to at least tie the game up. Naturally, however, they're playing elves. Elf BS is probably going to screw that up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Unfortunately, I do.
I think I've lost.
Oh, that one.
Well, this elf is definitely going to have to make a couple of dodges. And he's failed it.
Fail. Come on.
Oh my lord.
1-1. Oh,
That's it.
that
It's
is some
all
elf BS.
over. It's all over.
That is the first half been played out.
No, I've got a turn.
No, there was
I
one
lose,
more turn
I
for the
learn all
goblins.
of. I lose all my secret weapons because I've got no
That
subs.
troll did not even get back up, so he can't even have hope for the one-turn touchdown. Well,
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
this is an unfortunate turn of events for the goblins who've had
it looks
such
like
a good
it looks like
tournament.
halflings.
Yeah.
It's beginning to look a lot like halflings.
Yep, the upside of this is that the elves do have to play halflings in the next league, whether they like it or not. And everyone else is being given free reign to pick up lizardmen, dwarves,
No.
chaos, anyone that can just beat the living hell out of them.
No.
So annoying that I think not putting a chainsaw on nearly screwed me a bit.
Yeah, quite possibly.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit of a mistake.
I think the troll injuries as well.
the troll injury is dire at best. What am I doing? I'm receiving. Yeah.
You
May
are.
as well get
It-
some injuries
It-
in
it-
while I
it
can.
It is the last half or last turn of the half, and the elves haven't done the traditional thing and run
Oh,
away.
it is the last. Oh fuck!
So this is going to be an interesting half.
Single turn.
Well,
Prepare yourselves, children.
it's more a case of can we get a surf or two in.
Think I'm too far away.
I thoroughly believe. No, I thoroughly believe we can get two serves in. Oh no, those are both blitzers that have sidestep, of course.
Yep.
Because elves are tricksy little elves. And of
Oh,
course,
that's
they could
just
set up another league with Ben.
mean.
Because Nuffle is
Why not?
just in that mood today.
Why you do this? It's alright, he has to have at least 3 sacrificial lambs, which is fine by me. Rude.
Just get away from the loot. Get away from the fanatic.
Rude standing the linesman with dodge that's level 2 away from the fanatic.
Oh shit!
Putting him right in front of a loony who has only knocked him out. That's very disappointing there. Hoping at least for a severe maiming.
Oh. Okay,
These
I bet they
loonies.
all get up. I bet they all get up. I have faith that they all get up.
These loonies are not doing what they've been paid to do.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's just the luck of the goblins this game. It's not
My
been
troll
working out
doesn't
for
get
them
up, I'll
at
be
all.
very upset. Oh, thank God. We've got one of the buggers.
Oh, 5 dead and injured goblins. Not something anyone wanted to see this game.
Thank God the referee likes a good bribe.
Yes, the referee there, taking the money.
Too right.
Traditional goblin referees there.
Right. This is going to be tricky. Especially with only one player out. God, why? Why?
So as we start the second half, we see that there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 goblins on the field, 1 down. And unfortunately, 11 elves, I believe. 2, 4, 6,
No, there's 10.
8, no, 10 elves. So we're actually starting even, which is very surprising actually.
And 2 chainsaws.
Yes. You rang.
Well, personally I think everyone is hoping that the chainsaws repeat their game against the Khemri in the group stage and just murder the living elves. Murder anything the elves could put in their way. Although if the goblins could get away without killing their own guys, that would obviously be a plus.
It's always a beneficial. I mean, killing your own guys is part and parcel, right? Right?
Not on a pogo stick. Ooh, the ball falling quite favourably next to that goblin. It's a shame there isn't a goblin still next to that troll for the potential one-turn touchdown, but...
Come on.
Chainsaw's getting very unlucky on this first turn.
Snake eyes it.
Oh, that's... And he's only stunned himself, thankfully. He's not knocked himself out.
I feel like Nuffle's been very decisive today with some of these games.
just a little bit, yeah.
Yes,
How much did you pay him? It's both your games.
Oh shit.
Oh, rip. There we go.
And that's the knockout. Well, Nuffle is clearly not in the mood for a fun game.
Apparently not, no.
No, very, very one-sided, decisive games.
These elves just doing what elves do, which is just ruining everything.
I feel like there's totally no bias right now.
I mean, I am
Bias?
playing goblins. I think everyone's on my side right now.
Just a little bit.
Thanks, Rocket. Thanks for your faith. I appreciate that.
Oh crap. Oh wow, okay, that is... Ah.
Got overconfident.
I was trying to make it fun.
Oh, I see how it is. Regret will be the word of the day.
I think it's still possible that goblins could actually score this turn. Be very lucky to do it, but still a possibility.
And that's what we like here at Goblin City. Good old possibility.
Goblins Incorporated.
Yeah, a good old possibility.
Well, we've definitely seen worse outcome or worse possibilities come true over the course of this tournament. So who's to say it's not the goblins' turn for a bit of luck? Personally speaking, I think he started off along the right lines. Just getting the right blitz in place, hoping to pick up the ball, hoping he can hand it off, and then hoping that the Joker, or Goblin, Troll even, decides he's not hungry. And, you know, come stick the landing.
Can't complain about that.
Made that one. And he's
Okay.
knocked him out as well. First bit of luck in for the Goblin. Now can we get the second bit of luck? Ooh, made that going for it there. Possibly a risk I wouldn't have taken, but that's why I'm not in the finals. Ah,
I forgot about sidestep.
forgot about sidestep.
Nope. Please drop it somewhere.
Really don't want that Goblin picking up the ball now that he can't do
Jack.
1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, it means that more dodge rolls need to be made, and, well...
Oh, I can't believe I forgot about sidestep. Oh, I hate elves.
Really, I couldn't tell.
Look, I think we're all in the same boat. We all hate elves.
Hey. Show you.
Don't think anyone likes an elf.
The only and what was this? This was the saying. The only good elf is a dead elf.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Oh wait, what the fuck am I doing?
That will do. Come on, fail. Yes.
Ooh,
that's
was
about right.
that a double one again on the dodge rolls?
I mean, that really wasn't intentional.
Serve
Me
you
not
bloody
paying
right.
attention.
You know, intentional or not, we thank you for making the effort.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'd have stood that troll up that early. Although the goblins do have a clear run to the touchdown, only if they can pick up the ball. I don't know, those two elves are forcing the block. Oh, he's done it! He's done it and he's making a break for it. Unfortunately, he's still within range of the elves. And that chainsaw again, not coming out. Ooh. 8 plus and only rolling a 6 with the +3 modifier from the chainsaw. It's almost as if he wasn't worth the money this game. Normally he's a good investment.
I mean, you're not wrong with your statements here.
And there we go, the failed dodge roll. What that result in? No injury, thankfully. Thankfully for the goblins. Again, another 6 on the armor.
Please no. Please don't surf.
Well, goblin looking like he's about to get surfed out. Not this turn, maybe next turn if he can't make any dodge rolls against. And the KO coming in for the Looney. That's very unfortunate, but let's face it, he's done nothing all game. That troll, however, looking like he's about to get put on his backside. Ooh, only a 9 coming out for the armor roll there. 1 off making that armor break. Oh! Oh, unlucky there for McCream getting injured, or knocked out. But that turnover does mean that the goblins are potentially in with a chance of still running away with the ball, preventing the elves from catching up. Might just require a little bit of good fortune. And maybe a pass. Although that doesn't seem to be the way this team is going to go.
Oof.
Oh, is that the last reroll coming in there for the goblins? Nope, second to last, my mistake. Setting up a nice cage around that lineman.
You know you wanted to have been surfed though.
Oh.
Quite like him not to get surfed, if that's alright.
Made that first dodge, failed the second one, which is unarguably the easier of the two dodges to have made. It's very unfortunate there. Basically a 3+ rolling that 1. Rolling a double 1 in fact. And
Ooh. Who died?
Oh!
the blitzer there killing Tobmug, really just sealing the fate of these goblins. Oh, that dodge. That
Come on.
going for it even, not even a dodge. Where's the double 1 when you need it?
I can pray to Nuffle.
Well, it looks like a foul is coming out here, which is just bad sportsmanship from the elves.
I disagree, it's bad sportsmanship.
Yes! Progress!
And ultimately, that just... oh. If I can remember my words.
Yeah, deserved.
We are now 2-1.
That was a deserved touchdown.
Problem I've got is I'm not going to have
Is
the
that the
ball
goblins
and I
now
have
to get
no...
a touchdown from 4 turns when the elves control the ball.
And I have no weapons.
This is going to be a very interesting...
Interesting is definitely the word I would use.
Goblins suffering from the numbers disadvantage as well as the strength, agility, movement.
Life at
In
disadvantage.
fact, basically just general disadvantage.
I think the colour disadvantage
Racist.
distracting them.
Well, I mean, we can't all be prancing around
Yes.
in sparkly pink spandex.
Can't all be fabulous.
Is that what it is? Really? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, if you say so.
I mean, fabulous definitely isn't the word I'd have immediately used. I think garish might be the word I'd have used. Fabulous? Probably not.
Oh wow.
Oh, and the quick snap coming in from the elves here.
Right in the corner.
Oh,
This could be bad for me.
that could easily go out for a touchback.
If it goes in the corner, that would do me a massive favour, but besides that...
Basically seals the fate for the elf, or seal the fate of the goblin team here.
Why? No, don't. My troll just wants a hug. Okay.
Oh, it's not gone out for a touchback. That's very good fortune.
He can throw it the entire pitch quite comfortably. It's really annoying with elves.
You just have to sit back and pray to Nuffle.
No. No, please. Well.
Oh,
McCream,
McCream
why?
getting injured there. These elves are not taking any prisoners. Although knocking these goblins towards the troll just means they're in throwing range.
Excuse me. All these downs.
The absolute greed from the elves coming in here, trying to just, well, knock as many goblins down as is physically possible.
Ooh. Ooh.
Elves adding in a bit of insurance, trying to make sure they've got as many players down the field so that when he inevitably fails this pickup... Oh.
This is a hell of a pass. Oh, come
Well.
on.
Well,
Elves! Elves! Oh, it's block dodge bloke as well, as if I'm ever going to get it off him.
I mean, that could have gone worse.
You think?
to be honest, I'm not sure that could have gone any better.
I mean, it's only a 3+.
Oh, only? Oh, is that what it was?
-2.
Yes, it was only a 3 plus -2 where you rolled a 5, getting a 3, basically. And then a 3 plus to catch with a +1 for it being an accurate pass. It's almost as if it could have gone a lot worse for you.
I mean, it could have gone better, you know. Getting a 6 would have been nicer.
Do you want to slap?
Ultimately, would that have changed the result? If it didn't change the result, could you say it could have gone better? Probably not.
Don't know. I mean, no comment.
Oh, this is a problem. I didn't think that would be the case.
Even the casters are salty. Yes, they are. I can feel it. I mean, it's deserved.
There is
I'll
no
be honest.
salt coming from this caster.
I'll be honest. It's deserved. Fucking hell.
Although that really stupid roll coming in at the worst possible moment for the Goblin team.
Just slightly.
Wasting the blitz and not even going for the last reroll, there. Some might have said that was just worth the risk.
Probably was, to be honest.
Seeing as the dodge roll he made straight afterwards was a 4, which would have passed that reroll with ease.
Oh, come on, mate. Do I want to use dodge? Yes, please. Yes, I'd like to
Almost
stay
as if
standing,
asking
thanks.
that is a stupid question.
How I want so badly to get something. Oh, come on, please intercept it. Oh,
The
mate.
interception here would have
Sealed
made
it.
everyone's day.
I could have gone and done like a 2 square pass, but I thought no, I'll make it longer for the.
Could have screwed you.
It could have.
Always the threat. Dead and injured
But it's
10.
elves, so
Dead and
when was the
injured.
last time elves ever got screwed?
I mean, quite a few times. You'll seem to forget I came 4th in the league.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You came 3rd.
No, I came 4th. Oh yeah.
No, you did not. I came 4th.
Shit, only from a points difference.
Well, the Goblin's setting up with 6 players on the field. Let's be honest, it could be worse.
Could be a little bit better. Oh, mate, why have you done this? It's not a nice place to put the ball now, was it?
No, it could have gone a lot better for you with that. Get the feeling we're going to see some Goblin throws coming into play. Goblins being a classic passing team.
If I can even pick it up.
Classic being the new having the new definition of not at all.
Seemed about right.
Is it even worth going for the reroll there?
In a word.
No.
Yeah.
Goblins being the only team that have a reroll left. And Creeper gets KO'd.
I am overflowing into the next box in terms of injuries. I have 11 people down.
Yeah, this is just unlocked.
Sit down, son.
Right, now remember, that is the Blitzer that did murder Steph. And we all know the bounty that's been put on his head. So, you
Out
know.
of curiosity, is there a goblin here that you're particularly fond of?
What are you trying to say?
I believe they're already in the box.
Come on.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Oh, you got a reroll, thank God.
Yep, that reroll that he really didn't want to have to use. But he's now just going purely for the style
Do
and
it. I want it to happen.
to save a bit of face.
I want it to happen.
And Aiton. The joy of goblins. It could go one of 2 very different ways.
Didn't eat him, unfortunately. Just dropped him on the floor as he gobbled up the sandwich that the goblin had in his back pocket. Unfortunately, the goblin didn't land on his feet. Well, and with the
that-
elves, for some reason, deciding to punish the goblins even more, where any polite player would have just called GG well played. No, he decides he needs to injure the goblin.
I mean, I'd probably do. Oh, mixed next game. Well, that's good.
Fractured leg.
Oh, I was going to say, if you eventually score from this or something, I'll be well mad.
I don't think that's physically possible. I think he's
No,
just
it's
going for a
not.
vanity pass now.
Yeah, boy, interception! It's a shame it was the end of the game. Where was that earlier?
Oh, GG.
GG.
And we have our winner, ladies and gentlemen. It is unfortunately the tryhards
No, in
who have
fairness,
taken the SideQuest Invitational Season 1 victory.
it's well deserved. I feel I rolled a 1 for my spoils. What a surprise! Sums up the game, really. I just can only apologise that it wasn't a more exciting game.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like it could have been
Yeah.
really close if
It could have
shit hadn't
been.
gone sideways. On the bright
I
side,
feel
my
like if
bombardier
that-
leveled up.
Oddly, if it had been the opposite, if we game as that game where it was that 1-1 draw.
Oh, that
That would have been
draw.
brilliant. That was amazing. No, I think it's unfortunately a testimony to the
GG.
loss of some level ups.
Who was that that's joined in?
Rocket has rejoined the chat.
Hello.
Okay.
So we now know who's going to be playing Halflings in our next league. If
Oh,
you wish
the
to join that next
abuse!
league,
The abuse!
if you wish to join that next league, then feel free to join the Discord server.
I'm gonna make the halfling team right now.
How is everyone on choosing things like lizard men and dwarves and chaos dwarves and very abusive things?
I believe everyone is being given a free pass to pick a Norse, who everyone has block.
Dwarves.
Lizard men, who are just brutal. Khemri, I hear, are a good bashy team.
Oh, did you? Is that a personal opinion or?
I've just heard it on the grapevine.
So there we go, guys. There's your final bracket for this, the very first Invitational. There will be some sort of trophy with Aramis's name and the team written on at some point. But
Probably gonna have horrible things written on it, or like
there will be profanity all around it. I'm sure it will just be a giant penis or something. Will be the trophy. But yes, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a hell of a long day, but it's been very fun. Thank you, all the coaches, for joining. Thank you.
No worries.
Jay Bazza, Aramis, Rocket, and everybody else for commentating as well. Keep your ears out in the new year. We will be doing at least another one of these. It's quite likely these will become a seasonal thing. We might do one every spring, summer. So spring, summer, autumn and winter probably. So keep your ears out for the new year, because there will be another one of these, and hopefully we just as exciting as this one was, and we'll stream all of the games.
So what happens if I win the league? If I win the next one with halflings?
We just ban you.
To be fair, if you win with halflings, I'll have the ultimate respect for you. If you like,
the rest of us will just ban you.
Because there'll be at least 8 teams in the next one, and if you do that well with halflings, I'll be well impressed.
And if you're in the chat, in the Twitch chat, and just happen to find us at random, please follow the link to the Discord, just being posted, if you wish to join in.
Yeah, come join in the fun. If anyone is interested in learning Blood Bowl, playing Blood Bowl with us, we're a very accepting community. 2 of our members, a few of our members actually, are quite new to Blood Bowl. Reaper, who played in the 5th, 6th place game, who played Ogres, which is a very tough team to play in general, never mind to begin with. But I think he's learned a lot, and we're happy to teach and help and just have a bit of fun. So if you do want to join in, jump in on the Discord, send me a message, Seventail Wolf, or Jay Bazza, and I'll continue to advertise like a shameless whore, and join in, because it'll be fun. We'd love to expand the league. We'd love to have more teams, more coaches, even get a couple of divisions going maybe if we get enough people. But yes, thank you everybody. I didn't really plan a way to end it, if I'm honest.
Well, to be honest, we were all planning to end this saying, wow, that's amazing how Goblins won that game.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Amazing how Goblins won the league when they really should not have done.
Annihilated the elves.
I've never been so relieved to not have to play halflings.
I can't believe
Seeing those elves get slaughtered by Goblins, I mean, the elves didn't even have a man on the field by the end of it. It was insane. It's almost like Nuffle really wanted the Goblins to win that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Nuffle has favoured the elves actually, these semi-final and final. He did well against the vampires as well.
Did very well against the vampires.
I got a touchdown.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. The last 3 games have been 3 touchdowns in every game.
Yeah, pretty much sums up the level difference as well. I think is a
huge
advantage.
Huge.
I definitely think next time, if we do have people that automatically go through, there'll be in air quotes friendly between the people that automatically qualify, so that they also have they also get some level ups, because it's very very easy to get outplayed. But no, congratulations, I think it was well deserved. Enjoy playing halflings next year.
I will. I'm looking forward to it. Are
you creating the team now?
I'm going to create the team now. Yeah.
Well, shall we stick around just to see this team being created?
It might take a while for the names to come through and that. Have you got a theme? Have you got an idea? It's a shame. I've already actually got a halfling team with all the names sorted.
I do have it.
You do?
And I think I'm going to keep it a surprise till
Awesome.
until
Exciting
the league.
stuff. Until da league.
It won't. It will be along the same lines as the current elf team in that it will be based on one thing.
Oh no.
The creativity coming out here is unbelievable.
Just
And
the
you can
word
blame-
salt spelt in loads of different ways.
No. It's let's just say it's going to be Jamie's fault.
It's gonna be what?
It's going to be Jamie's fault of what they're named.
Oh lordy, I dread to think. I do dread to
I'm
think.
trying to work out how it's going to be my fault.
Oh, you see. You'll see.
I feel like a banning coming into play.
Is that a banhammer actually in your hand, sir?
Well, it's actually a warhammer, but it can be a banhammer quite easily. It hits the head hard enough no matter what you call it.
Wow.
Wow.
Right, I'm going to say goodbye
Right.
to the stream. So thank you very
Bye.
much, Twitch.
Farewell.
Say goodbye, everyone.
I don't have any champagne to spray into the.
It's alright, we wouldn't give you any even if you had deserved some.
We do need a virtual trophy and virtual champagne spraying to be.
It's just going to be a
Design.
clip art, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm relying on you to do this.
And let's be honest, it will probably be a cock and balls.
I mean, I can't wait for that.
Thank you very much, Twitch, on that high quality
on that
note.
cheery note, yes.
We will see you in the new year. Everybody have a good Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year for
Yeah,
some more
happy
exciting Blood
yeah.
Bowl.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
Goodbye.
The Blood Bowl will probably be in the Christmas sale.
Yes, and you should get it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.